Oh, hey up. How's it going, lads? How we doing? We're back. We're back. We're so back. Oh my fucking god! It's not coming home! It's not coming home! We're going home! Oh my god! Did you just finish? Yes, yes, I just finished. I just finished dreaming, okay? Oh my god, the disappointment. It is palpable in the fucking air. Fuck me, man. We still got the fucking Falklands. We've still got the fucking Falklands. The Americans cheering at the same time as well. I don't know what you're fucking cheering about. I saw somebody in chat as it was fucking, as it was starting saying, wait, it's called soccer now. It's called soccer now. No, it's not. It will never be called soccer. Fuck you. The last bastion could still win third place going against France. We're not winning third place, okay? We're not winning third place. Why does Messi not have a broken leg? I'll tell you why Messi doesn't have a broken leg, Angus, alright? Because we didn't do our fucking job on the pitch. That's why Messi doesn't have a broken leg. We could have done it. We could have done it. We could have done it for Europe, okay? We could have done it for Europe, and yet we didn't. We don't have the balls to, apparently. How is it going, everybody? We're back. All right. Listen, we're not going to talk too much about football. I don't know why. I don't know why so many people in the chat are talking about football right now. This isn't a football channel. This is largely a drama commentary channel. We don't really talk about that here. No, we're not really interested in that so much. Oh my god, I was fucking. Oh, during the fucking, during the tussles in the beginning, I realize now why the UK has the phrase argy-bargy. I thought it was just a way to be able to refer to physical violence in a comedic and colloquial way. No, it's named as such for their fucking dogshit country and the horrible, I will say demonic, I will say criminal way that they play football. What's this? The whistle sounds, the charge begins. What is this?
Rangers players just smashing into you. It was scary. I was afraid.
Real Britannia, you fucking bastards!
Slips it through here. Mikey Moore! Picking out Pedro Mendes.
Back with Wilkins.
Tan setting himself.
Yeah, alright. Nobody cares about Scotland right now, mate. Nobody cares about Scotland. What team is this? I don't know. Some fucking, like, 4th division local town. You know. 10 grand a fucking year budget. Something like that. I'm not totally sure myself, you know. I'm not totally sure myself. Oh. Is it against TOS to wish bodily harm on footballers for a giggle? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably, unfortunately. Listen, we tried our hardest. I guess we tried our hardest, but it wasn't good enough. Fuck me. Yeah. I guess what can you say? They've got arguably the best player in the entire fucking world, so there we are. Dick has jinxed England with that prediction yesterday. It wasn't. Listen, I think I stayed quite measured. All right. I was thinking this as soon as Argentina scored a fucking goal. I was like, if this goes to penalties, it's not gonna fucking work, is it? I was like, what did I say on stream? What did I say on stream? I think I said that we had a 20% chance of winning. Okay? I think I was totally fair with it, actually. I think I was totally fair with it. Fuck. Still a disappointment. What you gotta fucking do? You know? That was your hardest? Fuck you! Fuck you. That was your hardest. Go fuck yourself. Alright. We can move on. Not an awful lot to talk about there. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty so much. Your lack of faith is why England lost? You don't even know. You don't even know what you're fucking talking about, Bubbles. Alright, let's go into it. Let's get it, alright. On a little bit of more... What would it be? More interesting news. A little bit of lighter stuff after that bitter disappointment.
How much did you lose on sports betting?
I was very tempted. Listen, I was very, very tempted. I didn't the first time when we were going against Norway, because I was tipsy at the time. I thought, it's probably not the best time to start betting money, is it? I was thinking about it this time, but I didn't have an account, so I decided not to do it. I'm very, very glad that I didn't. I'm incredibly glad that I didn't. You can't get into the nitty-gritty? I could get into the nitty-gritty if I wanted to. I could try. Oh, man. Yeah, very fucking glad that I didn't. I saw that somebody has put in my general the reaction that Tommy C did to Aiden's sex life. I mean, it's like every single time with Tommy C. You know? Bro, you're getting too every single time that he goes and says something, it's barely even worth talking about because he gets all of the details wrong. Yo, Guna, thank you for the 8 months of membership. I was told Skitty Bitty is Dicker's bait. Yeah, I was told very, very similar stuff, so we'll see when we get to it, okay? I'm pretty sure that if Harmful Opinions makes a video essay talking about something, I'm going to usually start talking about it, you know? He does pretty good shit, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, alright? We'll get into it today. What was I saying, though? What was I fucking saying? Oh, yeah, Tommy C talking about Aiden's sexuality. I mean, he just, like, gets all of the details wrong, you know? Oh, I'm pretty sure all of his guys were trying to expose that he was gay, or all of his guys were trying to expose his blowjob. Okay? Okay? Aiden was trying desperately to hide the fact that he was gay. I'm pretty sure the fact that he's bisexual has been open for a very, very long time. So it's like, I don't know. It's like an old man half reading a fucking newspaper and then spinning yarns about conspiracy theories about what's going on about the world. Like, I think you've got the exact same level of, like, I don't know, factual basis listening to Tommy C talking about commentary as you have, like, listening to Alex Jones. If you're listening to, like, no. If you're there for world news, you know? So, there we go. So, the average Facebook user, just as old, just as drunk, just as demented. So, yeah, I guess. I suppose. Did Aiden not talk about being gay on old RFC streams? I'm 99% sure he did. Even if he hasn't, he's been open the entire time that he's been in his space. About in this space that he's been bisexual. You know? So, I mean, it's not necessarily a surprise. Yeah, but it's like, it just, the idea that all of us were trying to expose it and Aiden was trying to keep it quiet. Soul Skibbity, the man that sucked his cock, was the one trying to fucking leak it, and then Aiden ended up confirming it. Very odd. Very, very odd. Tommy was very drunk and hard to understand. That is just Tommy all the fucking time, you know? People have tried to tell me, like, I've had conversations with people behind the scenes about Tommy C, and they've tried to tell me that, no, Tommy doesn't drink on stream. He doesn't drink alcohol very often. He's just like that. That's just how he is. First of all, I'm not sure if that's much of a defense. I think that'd be even more embarrassing, if anything, but I just don't fucking believe it, you know? I just don't fucking believe it at all. But, there we are. Okay, fuck it. Let's go in for it, alright? Let's go in for it. He drinks before stream, not on it. Yeah, people tell me that he doesn't drink at all. And then that's just how he is, his fucking mannerism. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I mean, I would say that it's like, oh, well, you know, brain damage from the war. But he drove a fucking, he drove trucks. It's not like he even saw frontline conflict. So, you know, there we are. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into some of the stuff that we've got to talk about today. All right? Nice. First of all, I gotta say, I guess this is probably talking about the Frogan lawsuit update. Is this an update? I'm not totally sure. There's probably several ways that you could read into this, but it's hard to find anything necessarily good, you know? So Frogan has posted this statement on Twitter talking about her legal case. She's retweeted it and she's pinned it because it's so important. Okay? So let's have a go. Let's have a go. I'm sure if Frogan explains this one more time, everybody's going to completely understand and agree with her perspective about this. So let's fucking go. Hi all. I know I've been quiet the last year with what's happening in my lawsuit, but I can partially explain to you all what I've been dealing with. TLDR, I hired Denim's legal defense team, and they will be representing me going forward. I intend to continue fighting the lawsuit. Now, onto the detailed version. Unlike what's been said and speculated, my previous legal defense team has been in communication with Ethan's team since August of 2025. That was never disputed. I've literally got no clue what Frogan is even reaching into here. Frogan has got this idea that because Ethan and everybody has said that her legal team were non-responsive to the lawsuit, that no, actually, they've not been non-responsive. They've been emailing Ethan's team the entire time. Right? That's not what that means, though, is it? That's not what anybody means when they say they're not responsive. What people mean when they say that your legal team been non-responsive is that they never responded to the lawsuit. They were non-responsive in court. Fight on, Frogan, we love you. Listen, I'm sympathetic towards Frogan at the situation that he's in. That she's in, sorry. But it's like, it's very, very hard to have any hope that this is going to turn into anything good. Because I don't think, it doesn't even seem from what Frogan is saying, like she's got like an accurate understanding of how bad things are. You know what I mean? Like, I think I said in Discord earlier that watching Frogan talk about her legal case is like watching a rabbit kind of aimlessly fucking kick while it's caught in a trap. Or watching a fish on a hook, about to be reeled into land, just like flopping about, doing nothing. And you just like, when are you going to realize that it's fucking over, you know? When Frogan says that she's going to fight her legal case, what she means is that she's going to fight with Ethan in court about whether she owes $30,000, or up to $180,000. That's the fight, right? That's the fight that is apparently now taking place. So, going on. During this time with Ethan's team, it was months and months of settlement negotiations. When you enter settlement negotiations, you were given a list of ways to potentially settle, which I ultimately disagreed with. After settlement negotiations failed, my case defaulted. That's just not how that worked. After 9/11, Frogan's case defaulted. That's just, I don't know if a lawyer is spinning her a yarn behind the scenes about how this stuff is going. Like, I don't say that with an awful lot of fucking ego and kind of arrogance about having special knowledge about the law. I'm a fucking retard, and let it be known, okay? Don't get it twisted. But the way that she talks about it, I just find myself absolutely flummoxed. Like, so here's the thing, because it's like, she's talking about it like that should have been expected. Or was that is like, you know, legal cases going how they were. Why not do both at the same time, you know? Why not have negotiations with Ethan Klein behind the scenes and, you know, fight the lawsuit? Because you can go in for settlement negotiations. It's not that you can especially min-max that, you know? You just have words back and forth and decide what each party is happy with. Like, presumably that takes a certain amount of time, but the time that you want to be spending is on the lawsuit, surely? No? Or at the very least, while you're going through these settlement negotiations, you want to issue some kind of response. Otherwise, what? You go in on the fucking settlement negotiations, the court makes it through, the court case makes its way through the court system, and then you wake up and find one day that, oh, actually, your position in your settlement negotiations is completely fucked now, because now they didn't even have to argue about who is liable or not. Huh? Huh? It just makes no fucking sense, but, okay, let's go on with it. After settlement negotiations failed, my case defaulted. After my case defaulted, I attempted to find a new lawyer. I reached out and scheduled a meeting with Denim's legal team, and now here we are. I've retained them, and they'll be representing me going forward, and I intend to continue to fight the lawsuit. Thank you all for the continued support, Morgan. If I'm being totally cynical, okay, with Frogan's legal case and the way that she's talking about it, if I'm cranking my cynicism all the way up to 100, she's trying to present like an optimistic view of things, the way that she talks about it, so that people keep on donating, right? In my most cynical moments, I think that that's exactly what she's fucking doing. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to sell people the idea that your case is totally fucked and it's totally fucking over like it realistically is. so that people keep on donating, keep a little bit of the good press going after Denim's legal win. You can ride high off that, maybe get some more donations so people can think that they're helping to fight the cause. The cause is already fucking lost, right? But if you say that, nobody's going to donate and you're going to end up owing more. I feel like at this point, there's a chance, if I'm being very cynical, that she's just crowdfunding to be able to pay off her legal bill to Ethan Klein. I think that's maybe what's going on here. And the more that I think about it, I think that's more and more the case. You know? Is she dumb enough to try and get the default judgment overturned? She doesn't make any kind of mention of that, right? If she came out, I don't know the fucking legalities of this, so maybe she could say this, right? And I wouldn't be able to really contest it or pick my way through it. But if she were to come out and say, my legal team fucked up so badly, I'm hiring Denim's legal team and applying to the court to have my default judgment overturned, it'd be like, oh, damn, I've got no fucking clue about the law. Maybe that could happen. I'm not sure. You know? But she's not saying that at all. There's no argument here that she's even trying to overturn the default judgment. So, yeah. There we go. And then, of course, she links the GoFundMe underneath. Oh, man. No. It really is fucking impossible to actually go back and support Frogan too much, you know? To get behind her. Because it just seems like she's made such an awful fucking blunder that it's really difficult to try and get behind her. You know what I mean? Like, she was always going to be the fucking underdog. All of these people were going to be the underdog. Ethan Klein has got money to be able to outspend them in court, probably 10 times over, being realistic, you know? That's why Casey Tron lost. But at this point, it's like you're back in just an abject failure, you know? Oh my god, but of course, an Ethan Klein legal segment would not be enough. An Ethan Klein legal segment would not be complete without hearing from our favorite LawTuber, Russ. Let's go! Russ discusses Frogan hiring Denim's lawyers. Let's go.
Yeah, now Frogan has a different judge. This judge may not like Frogan very much because of the default. That's not a good way to present yourself initially. Denim's got a combination of the right judge for her and the right lawyers who made the right arguments. So Denim's judge was incredibly swayed by the political argument. No matter what other arguments Ron made, it was a moot point because he didn't care.
What? Is this the cope that's being sold currently? Like, literally, oh my god. At this point, just put it down, okay? We've reached the same kind of legal coverage with the Ethan Klein lawsuits as Tectone had with his legal case. It's just over. Anybody still holding out some kind of candle of hope that actually LawTube were totally on the money with Ethan Klein. Yeah. No, actually LawTube were completely on the fucking money. They were honest the entire way through. That coverage all stands up. They hadn't accounted for the radical communist judge. We're gonna tell me this guy's fucking a fucking Chinese. Is that gonna be the fucking line? He's a member of the CCP. It just doesn't fucking cut it, you know? How long is it gonna take until people realize that we are not, as some people have said, okay? If my comment section is to be believed, Beckett said that we are in a golden age of LawTubers. We are absolutely fucking not, okay? We are in a fucking dark age. If we're in a golden age of LawTubers, the Black Plague was a golden age for rats, okay? It's the exact same fucking shit. How long are people gonna go along pretending that these guys actually know what they're talking about and are giving you some kind of interesting insight? Until they just admit, no, actually, yeah, these people are full of shit. These people are full of shit. None of the legal arguments mattered at all. You are lost at sea.
Because he didn't care. All he really cared about was politics, Hassan. Now, is Frogan...
No fucking way! This guy's trying to say that the judge was a Hassan fan! How does anybody take this guy seriously? I do want to learn more about what that guy was talking about when he says that in the last 4 years he's seen 2 lawsuits from 2 doctors. What was that over? Over his legal advice, maybe? I'm not going to speculate. Well, I guess I am speculating. I'm not going to come down on any conclusions too fucking hardcore, okay? Because all we have is speculation right now. But that does... Something about that rings true to me, you know? Something about that rings true to me when I hear the way that this guy talks about the law.
And his default too late. Is Frogan going to... I don't know. Now, Frogan has a different judge.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? You don't know at all. What a fucking retard, man. What a fucking retard. Never forget this is Diorio's top lawyer. I mean, I've thrown on loss a few times over the Billy Mitchell, Cole Job stuff. You know? Was that a more indefensible case? Was that a lot easier to be able to go through? Or did he just, like, happen to be on the fucking winning side? You know? It's difficult. It's difficult to fucking say, but, you know, it is what it is. Judge Joe Snark, the Hassan fan. It could be. Listen, it could be. It could be. Who knows? Oh, this guy's just such a fucking moron. It's unbelievable, you know? It's the LawTube equivalent of, like, tea leaf reading. It's insane.
You're getting too big for your boots.
Don't. Not even gonna read that one out. Hold on. Yeah, not even gonna read that one out. Alright? Thank you for the $1. Should have sent me 2 if you wanted your fucking England slander read out live on stream. Thank you very much, Blue Diamond. Fuck you. Alright, nice stuff. Nice stuff. There's not really that much to say about the Frogan court case, to be honest, but, you know, just very disappointing overall. I think that's probably the headline there, you know? Probably just very, very fucking disappointing. Inbox at Dickers. Really? What's the inbox? BBC News article? Don't fuck me here, Hengist. Are we gonna do the football equivalent of, like... We're gonna do the football equivalent of incredibly poor, like, impoverished people watching Caleb Hammer and laughing at the poor people there because they're even more retarded about their money, aren't we? Just to make ourselves feel a little bit better. Alright, let's go for it. You might think you were fucking retarded for back in England, at least you weren't as retarded as this guy. Fan has huge £550 tattoo declaring England World Cup winners. Sean Carring said, sorry, what? Sean Carrington said has been sure of victory ever since England beat Dr. Congo. England World Cup winners 2026. You know, a lot of people doubted. A lot of people doubted the England side. A lot of people have doubted them for a long time, but, you know, when they beat the Congo, that's when I realized this is really a world-class team, you know? It even says 2026, can't even cope about being previous year. No, I know, that's what I was thinking about as well. You've got this year's trophy, and you've got 2026 as well. If you ever are going to get a tattoo like this, okay, top tip, just leave the year blank, you know? Leave the year blank, and hopefully at some point in your lifetime, you'll be able to fill the year in later on, you know? An England fanatic is so convinced the 3 Lions are set for World Cup glory, he has already had a foot-long tattoo inked on his leg, celebrating the win. Sean Carrington said he has been sure about the victory ever since Thomas Tuchel's men beat Dr. Congo 2-1 in the round of 32 clash. He's now proudly showing off his huge £550 tribute to the trophy, with the world's England World Cup winner 2026 etched in capitals underneath. The 36-year-old roofer from Wigan, Greater Manchester said, If we lose, I'm just gonna add the words, only joking, afterwards. The idea first came to Sean when he was watching the tournament on holiday in Tenerife. Egged on by his friends, he said he decided if England beats Congo, he would go for it, and had to wait until he was back at home before a shop could fit it on him. Oh, sorry, could fit him in. Sean said he is just impulsive, really. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. The longer it goes on in your head, the more you talk yourself out of it. Sean said his girlfriend had tried to reason with him on some of his more unusual ideas, but on this occasion, she was amused to go along with the idea. Bin her off, mate. Just fucking bin her off, lad. It's done. I was thinking at the start of this, if he's got a missus, she's absolutely going to be fucking binning him off after this, surely. No, I was thinking that she'd be leaving him 100%. But after I heard that she'd egged him on to do it, I think he should probably fucking get her off. No? Fucking hell, man. Fucking moron. Of course he's a fucking roofer. And this is the exact same kind of image that you'd expect to see in the fucking BBC News article talking about the bloke getting an England tattoo. Fucking hell, man. Hold on, we've got the Instagram comments. Dude, when this first started happening in mainstream news reporting, I actually couldn't stand it. I thought that it was so fucking low class and so low brow. It's like denigrating media. Honestly, at this point, it's like the best part of the article. Let's have a go. Instagram comments. Meanwhile, the tattoo has had mixed reviews on the shop's social media accounts. One Instagram user said, "Might possibly be the worst tattoo I've ever seen." Another added, "That's gonna be a story if you bottle it. Great work nonetheless." Another poster wrote, "Mate, it's an England fan. What are you doing, lad?" Sean said he was excited for the match later, which he plans to watch in Manchester's Depot Mayfield fan zone. Oh, what a fucking bellend. Poor lad. Honestly, poor fucking lad. Have her pay for the removal. Dude, the worst fucking thing is there. A foot long tattoo. I'm pretty sure the removal might be more expensive than the tattoo at that point. You know? The tattoo removal is going to be more expensive. I'm pretty sure. Fuck me, man. And more painful? Oh no, dude, across your fucking leg? Yeah. Oh yeah. Way more fucking painful. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Alright, I'm glad you added that. Oh, fucking hell. Do I go in for Future Nightmares tweets to be able to team me up for the Noah stuff? Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this. Probably because I am a little burnt out on Utterly Noah coverage. If you can believe it. You know? If you can believe it. When Dickers is saying that he's burnt out on Utterly Noah coverage, you know that the drama is well and truly fucking dead. Where is he? Future Nightmare. Where are you, you bastard? I'm in a really aggressive football mood, I think. I think I'm in a really aggressive fucking football mood. Alright, let's go. Let's go for it. What did he do this time? Well, does anybody remember a few days ago, shut the fuck up, Dan Jr., when I mentioned that Utterly Noah had been DMing with a minor? Not just a minor, but a minor who likes to wear diapers and fill them. That's right. Noah was talking to... Oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking go in for it. Alright, that's it, basically. Okay? That's it. He was messaging back and forth with a fucking minor. The minor was like, "Oh, can I tell you a secret?" Noah says, yeah, sure. So long as it's not disgusting. Sure, go on. I like to shit and fart in my diapers, Noah. I like to wear diapers and shit and fart in them. Oh, okay. Right. Weirdest thing is, though, the lad didn't cut off the fucking communication after that point. He, like, carried on talking to them. And when it came time to finally close down his server and make it so it was 18 plus, he had to kick them, and then he went into their DMs and said, don't worry, You can still talk to me here. You can still talk to me in DMs. He has since changed his Discord, his Discord bio to say, Otterly Noah, that otter with autism, minus DNI. Here we are, Noah Divergence. Am I going to post it? No, probably not. He's changed his profile picture for a third time to some art that somebody made for him on Fiverr. So he's since realized that presumably he's literally got nowhere else to run name-wise, you know? Literally what else can he change his fucking name to? He's got nothing. But yeah, this is what he's set his Discord bio to now. Noah Divergence. Your everyday otter with autism. Yeah. Full-time content creator. Minors do not interact. Please no more. I don't want to know if you've got a full diaper, okay? Please do not message me. Anyway, like I say, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but, true to form, this guy still goes in with the exact same tactics every single fucking time. The playbook is getting incredibly fucking predictable. Instead of doing it himself this time, okay? Noah has had a little bit of a twist. It's not quite the same playbook, I'll give him that. Who says that autistic people don't have creativity, okay? This time, he's decided to incorporate, or enlist, I should say, another member from his autistic community to go and message the minor on his behalf. While I personally don't agree Noah is predatory, this shows that Noah still has yet to realize that he's still continuing this manipulative behavior.
Baby symbol emoji, baby bottle emoji.
We'll wait for that in a few weeks, alright, Kat? Thank you. Alright, this shows that Noah is still yet to realize that he's still continuing his manipulative behavior and manipulating his community members to speak for him while not giving them the full context. Noah wasn't tricked. It was highly inappropriate for the minor to mention their fetishes to Noah, but Noah, as the adult, should have cut contact immediately. Pushing the blame onto the minor for his inaction is his fault, and continuing to try to remain in contact with said minor is highly inappropriate. Since all the messages has leaked, it appears Noah is currently freaking out and spam calling the person he manipulated to try to continue to manipulate them. I'm not totally sure this person was manipulated, alright? This is partially why I'm burnt out on the Noah coverage, alright? Because I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, okay? The people in this fucking community are insanely fucking gay. So, in this story right now, okay, we've got Noah, and we've got Green. Now, who is Green? Is Green the minor that he was speaking to? No. Green is not the minor he was speaking to. They've not withheld the minor's name, being Green. This is the autistic person that Noah was talking to in his Discord that wants to send these on, but is terrified of their name being out there. Absolutely terrified. Noah would come down them surely with a ton of fucking bricks, you know? This Otley Noah guy has got connections, and God knows what he would fucking do to this guy if he found out who he was, despite the fact that, of course, these are DMs directly back and forth with Noah and the person, so Noah could out them at any fucking time. What are they worried about? But, yeah, so this person doesn't want to say anything about them, anything themselves. Apparently has been having intense anxiety about this entire situation. Very fucking gay and lame. And then the minor is Red. Okay? So we've got Green and Red having a conversation back and forth. The craziest fucking thing as well, out of this, is you might think, well, I can understand this from people trying to get a little bit of drama going. If they've got a source who's been in cahoots with Noah the entire time, and so they need to, get the majority of the sources from him. It doesn't seem like they even do. Right? The DMs here are between this kid and Green, right? They've got Green's name there, screenshotted. So this screenshot has come from Red, the kid. Anyway, a lot of this is particularly fucking wretched. We can have a look at the DMs. So this Green guy is forwarding back the messages from the minor. Just to let you know, I'd rather say I let him know about my secret, and when I shouldn't have, instead of saying I tricked him, since it wasn't my intent. Is that okay, or nah? Say no. You tricked Noah. You tricked him still when you were telling him that, so you should be upfront about that. Oh, and one more thing. I had a good counterpoint that Noah wasn't meant to be talking to minors since he was an adult. How come he didn't say not to contact him if I was one? Call me now. Call me now. Anyway, just fucking retarded. Yeah, so he's sending in a member of his community to be able to talk to this kid, to be able to get him to shut the fuck up and put out some kind of statement that is just a lie. I don't know. Like, the kid never tricked him. You can see that from the DMs that you've already fucking seen. Noah says, don't tell me anything that's disgusting. And then the kid tells him something disgusting. If Noah wants to cry about that, he can absolutely fucking feel free. But nobody gives a fuck about the fact that the kid said that to him. It's all about Noah continue to talk to him afterwards. Right? Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to spend too long talking about it. But there has been a terrifying update, okay? To the members of the autistic community, I'm very, very sad to let you know that for the next 12 hours, Noah is going to be taking a break. That's right. He's going on break again. I see your friend request. Frankly, I don't want to talk to you right now after everything, but I'm just going to let you know I'm taking a break from YouTube, Twitch, and everything else for the foreseeable future. Now, please, just leave me alone. This is Noah's friend, I guess. Wait, hey, Noah. Since it was your birthday, how old are you turning? Question mark. Hey, Ram, just letting you know that I'm taking a break from everything for the time being. The drama has escalated too much since Cyan has gone to people I know on Twitch to make me seem like a villain. I really want to reflect on everything and actually grow from it. If that means I shouldn't make content anymore, so be it. Huh? Yeah, alright, there we are. That's just the last beat of the fucking Noah saga, I guess. How many dramas did it take? Actually, how many dramas did it take? Let's see. Okay, we've got plagiarism. We've got DMCA. We've got DMCA cover-up. We've got extorting a disabled guy. Extorting a disabled guy cover-up. Messaging some minor after the minor has tried to engage in conversations about their fucking diaper fetish. And then the cover-up of talking to some minor after they've told... Holy fuck. Surprised he didn't go earlier. I'm genuinely fucking surprised he didn't go earlier. The thing that I've seen Noah try to say is that, oh, well, now, hopefully, if I leave, you know, people will stop paying attention to me. The mistake that I made all those many months ago was not taking a full break so the drama tubers could leave me alone. It's like, dude, you're just doing stupid shit. I don't know what to tell you. And at the same time, every single time he's put out these long, rambling, dodgy fucking apology responses, right? And then after all of that, actually, it's the drama tuber's fault that I've got into drama. Yeah, that's why. I thought you'd apologize for everything. Huh? More Noah drama. How's it going, Jimmy? How's it going? How's it going, Jimmy XO's stream, by the way? How's it going, guys? I'm sure I'm going to make an appearance on there later. Listen, mate. I wouldn't have spoken about this today if you hadn't invigorated me by teasing me with a little bit of Otley Noah drama, alright? If you don't want me to talk about him on stream, keep his name out of my DMs, alright? How's it going, mate? Oh, you cheated by counting those last ones as multiple controversies? No, truly, they actually fucking were. Like, if you're engaged in this entire fucking scheme to try and make this person make this statement and trying to get that person to speak to that person to be able to make this statement and moving things this way, that's another drama unto itself, okay? 100% it is. Because you've got to apologize for that as well when it comes to it, you know? I don't know what to tell you, you know? I don't know what to tell you. But there we are. You should cover this Surax ski guy. Send me something on it. Maybe I will. We'll have to see. You know? There's a lot of neurodivergence on YouTube, but Noah specifically feels like he needs his handheld. Yeah. Well, it's particularly fucking bad, innit? There's no other way to fucking slice it. But I've been seeing that Kino Flex and be getting its fucking digs in. It's just this side of the community is so fucking retarded. This entire space online just needs to fucking go. But, alas, that's true for the majority of the internet right now, so it is what it is. You know what to tell us, stop teasing. Huh? How's it going, Wicked? You alright, mate? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Is Red the same Red from the Nux server? No. No. Red is somebody from Utterly Noah's Discord server for like the longest time, so they're not even anonymous at this point, I guess, but there you are. It is what it is, you know? Okay. Actually, hold on. I was thinking of going into some of the Channel 5 stuff. Did we go into that first, actually? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go into that first, yeah? We'll save something else that I was looking at for a little bit of a palate cleanser later. Alright? Nice. So, before, because the time is counting down, I'm very aware, before my 48-hour free license runs out, let's go over some of the Channel 5 Andrew Callahan news. So last time I streamed, I said that we were going to go over this next time I streamed, and it is time. Let's go. Alright, so, watch the movie. We're going to watch the movie. Yeah, we're going to watch the movie. Not all of it, because I'm not sure how it's going to work out with copyright, given the fact that despite giving a free code in the description, it's still technically a paid film, right? That you'd ordinarily need to pay money for, but let's go through it. Basically, to remind people, Andrew Callahan interspersed with some obnoxious Crips, Bloods guy, I couldn't really tell. Blue is Crips, right?
Motherfuckers. To be honest, though, I've been more than happy to work twice as hard this past year and a half.
We don't have a retainer, a cash fight pool, five you custer ass motherfuckers.
To be honest.
Yeah, I think Blue is Crips. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So, Andrew and his associate made a video talking about how he was being sued by somebody after he'd made a recent movie. Some of it was for wiretapping. Some of it, I believe, was for stalking and other things. Apparently, Andrew Callahan had made this guy and his family and children afraid as well. And after the Reckless Ben stuff, I thought that it needed a little bit more looking into. You know? I thought it needed a little bit more looking into. So, Andrew, thankfully, gave a code for you to be able to watch this for free at home in the description. And I thought that we're going to have a gander at exactly what went on during this movie. And exactly why he might be being sued for it, okay? So to give you a recap, basically, this guy is Kelly. Alright? I think, is it Andrew Kelly? I forget his fucking name. But anyway, he's some fucking insane, crazy guy who's now basically some kind of drug addict. He goes to a bunch of fucking QAnon he goes to a bunch of QAnon marches. He goes and clashes with Black Lives Matter. He's like obsessed with politics to the point of completely leaving his family derelict. He doesn't help out with his kids going through college. He's barely involved in their fucking lives. He's missing important aspects of their fucking lives to be able to go off and attend these rallies and talk about politics all the fucking time. His life is basically fucked, and he's basically just destroyed his own life, okay? But it all started off with a loan gone bad, okay? And that is where this Lionel guy comes into it.
Privileged people, we are not losing any rights now.
The way Kaylee described it, her dad was a somewhat conservative, quirky, mellow, suburban dude. Until the family began having financial troubles.
When we started having financial difficulties and when Bill Joyner entered the picture...
Fuck! That's the guy's name, Bill Joyner. That's the devil, okay? That's like the financial devil. Is he Jewish? We don't know. That's not even been alleged, and this guy is insanely far right, so presumably not.
My dad became very...
Forget that I said that, actually.
Very obsessive.
Bill Joyner stole my home. It's all right here, but nobody cares.
Bill Joyner just became, like, the antagonist. Like, that was the person who was the end-all be-all, worst person, most terrible person in his life, who was actively trying to destroy him.
Are these people that live here rip other people off and steal other people's money? Is that how they fucking get in here? When's the last time the feds came? Tell me.
At first, I don't think he handled it the best. He was almost in like a little bit of a denial stage at first.
He was really like fighting. Like he was, you know, over 40 hours a week, like typing shit, reading shit. He was just trying all of these different things. And like I said, like he wasn't working. Like this was all that his time was devoted to.
This is a
I'm pretty sure he's just a crazy guy that stopped making payments on a predatory loan. Was it even fucking predatory? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, we're hearing his recounting of it that presumably he's given to his children, who would have been how old at the fucking time? Like, they would have been pretty fucking young. Where do you think they heard about all this stuff from? It would have been him, right? Some crazy homeless guy talking about his financial difficulties.
Flyer that I had prepared entitled Bill Joyner Stole My Home, and it sets forth the 10 or 15 code sections that he violated by doing what he did. I gave a little background on him, where he lives in this area called Shady Canyon, appropriately named Shady Canyon. He hides behind the gates of Shady Canyon. He has a P.O. box for his business. So he's really nowhere where anybody can access him because he's hiding. There's a guy that lives.
This guy's just fucking insane. This seems like it's always sunny in Philadelphia skit, you know? Like, this is like an episode where Cricket comes in and tells everybody how he lost his fucking kidneys to some guy called Bill Joyner.
Lives over here that rips people off financially. I didn't know if you knew about him. If not, you should know about him to stay away from him. His name's Bill Joyner. Just don't do business with the guy. He stole my home in Nelligale. Let me give you one of these flyers. You don't know Bill Joyner, do you?
Bill? No, I know Wally Joyner.
Oh, he's okay. Wally's okay. Bill Joyner rips you off financially on real estate deals. You gotta be careful with him. He lives here in Shady Canyon.
He screws people. He definitely screwed me, and then he hides. And then he hides behind his attorneys.
Like I said, he spends more time on these things than his family, and that's very difficult. Despite everything I said, I love my dad, and I really want the best for him. I know that he's a good person, but it's been a long time, I think, since I've seen... I think it's been a long time since I've actually seen my dad.
We're okay. We'll just walk. We'll just walk, okay?
Daddy, I can't.
Walk with me. I'll hold your hand, okay? Okay.
Now that I'd met both Kyle and Kaylee, I wanted to get them together to brainstorm on ways that we could help their dad let go of his resentments and hopefully become a caring father again. But I wasn't sure how to get the kids together. That was until Kyle told me he was having a Project X-style frat party the next weekend up at Chico State, and that Kaylee would be there. So I hopped on my favorite highway, Interstate 5, and headed north. But along the way, somewhere near Stockton, I realized there was a huge problem in my plan. Kyle is a freshman, and freshman parties suck ass. So I had to think fast about how to make Kyle's function pop off. In a last-ditch effort to recruit partygoers for Kyle's shindig, I made a pit stop at the local skate park in Chico, where as if sent from the heavens, a prophet emerged.
Hey, bitch, I'm from the gutter. I don't use a rubber when I'm fucking with your mother. I'm a...
Like, what the fuck is this part of the documentary? I don't understand. Like, we've suddenly done a huge right turn into some fucking Brandon Buckingham video.
You don't want me on your bumper, I'm a cold motherfucker. You won't catch me with no suckers. Watch me do this. I'm off 2/5. Your bitch in the back and she off 2/5.
The man said his name was simply Uncle Pill, a Chico resident and king of the skate park with an extensive social network. Seeing no other option, I told Uncle Pill to invite everyone he knows to Kyle's party and gave him the address. The rest was history.
Have you guys got a drink? Put that shit in the air. Have a fucking good ass time. Let's get fucked up.
No fucking way. Wait, poppers? You've got girls doing poppers at this fucking freshman party? This proves what I've been saying for years, but nobody's been fucking believing me, okay? Poppers are a party drug as well as a gay drug. Nobody's believed me when I've fucking said this. Nobody's believed me when I've said this. It's absolutely true, though. Unless that girl was going to do anal sex. That might... Okay, that... Put a pin in the theory. I'll say it's like an inference. It's like a little bit of evidence towards it, right?
That shit's for fucking Kyle, man. Kyle's just a great guy. You know, he showed me life like I've never seen it before.
I fuck with my nigga Kyle. I fuck with my nigga Kyle. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite thing about Kyle?
My favorite thing about Kyle? He gets bitches. That's why I fuck with Kyle. He gets the bitch.
All right, let's move past the fucking the party that goes on, because it's like totally fucking worthless. It's like an actual waste of time.
Oh, nigga, Brad, watch out. No, that's my little nigga, Brad. Where you from?
It seems as if things are going in a negative direction.
Hey, chill out. What you want to do? What the fuck is going on? Yo, Brad tripping. He drunk. Check him. Okay, well, he is drunk, but I don't give a fuck about none of that. That's no one jumped him. He wanted to get in my face.
Hey, bro, I just broke my hand and I'm about to go to the hospital. Kyle, there was just a fight in your backyard.
No way. Was it sick?
It was sick.
All right, bet.
Okay, nice. This guy got paid to watch other people go to a party. I guess so. All right, let's watch the fucking interview with the kids then. Like, an unfortunate amount of this is just dead air.
The predatory style of like loans that he would give out, like at the end of the day, like targeting people while they're down is just wrong. And I get, like, I'm all about capitalism, but at the same time though, like, yes you are. What up, homie?
Hey,
Jelly.
both you guys, Haley, you went up to hang with
Yeah,
each other and hang with
yeah.
each
So
other in the gang?
we're just chilling in my bedroom right now with Andrew and the gang. Listen, there's gonna be a lot of hoes here tonight. Any advice for me?
Just be careful, double wrap, and maybe wear a body condom.
Dad, should I get some women tonight?
Haley, you know what? It's good to be friendly with all people, but you gotta, love the one you're with, huh? What
does that even mean?
See what you can get there, Haley, huh?
Okay, nice. What the fuck is this? Okay, so I mean, he literally said it a few minutes ago, but if you don't know, okay, this is the brother and sister, like the kids of the main guy, Kelly, who is like the subject of the documentary. Okay, they're gonna go and interview the kids to talk about the fucking the loan that he took out years ago from this Bill Joyner guy.
As we wrapped up, the kids revealed a
Unfortunately for the documentary, the girl, the sister, wants to constantly make it about the fact that her dad doesn't love her because she's a lesbian. Like, okay, I can't lie, this is pre-watched. I did watch some of this beforehand, okay? But throughout the documentary, Andrew's trying to make it about this guy, his journey, his mental decline, what went wrong for him in life, where did he end up now? And the daughter wants to constantly make it about the fact that her dad doesn't accept her for being a lesbian. We love it. We love that for you. Or sorry, we hate that for you. Okay. I hope things get better. That's not what we're here for. But yeah, you do you.
shocking fact that I couldn't have ever believed in a million years.
Oh my god, the craziest part is he hasn't even ever met the guy.
Yeah, the fucking, like, Bill Joyner, the fucking guy who ruined his life.
He's never even met him.
Kelly Johnson has never met Bill Joyner.
Bill Joyner!
The boogeyman. The man he claims ruined his life, destroyed his career, and separated his family.
I've never met him, so it was over the phone, yeah. My understanding is he's kind of a smaller guy. He's one of those small guys. I would have to think that he's kind of an elitist, Kabbalist type person. A little puny, wealthy guy who just tries to destroy people. He could just be a person behind the curtain who just maybe doesn't exist, and maybe he's just the guy that they write checks to. I don't know if that's even a...
Unfortunately, what you see there is absolutely a fucking testament of things to come. The ghillie suit will be making a reappearance later. They go fucking commando during this.
Real guy.
And so after Kyle's party, I hatched a new idea. Mediation. I figured that if I could sit Kelly down with Bill, maybe they could just have a man-to-man, straightforward dialogue, and that would take the edge off a bit.
What do you think you'd say to him if you saw him in person?
I don't know. I'm not a vulgar person. I'm not a violent person. I would just ask him, why'd you do this, Bill? And was it worth it?
And thankfully, Kyle and Kaylee were on board with the idea.
So, like, obviously that outcome right now is, like, final. Like that house has been sold already. Like, there's other people living in there. Like, that's done, But, some type of, like, reevaluation of that case and, like, what happened would, like, maybe provide some closure for Kelly, if that made sense.
Literally, if Kelly and his arch nemesis were just able to, like, punch out a conversation, we wouldn't be here.
We gotta find Bill Joyner.
Like, I don't even know where your brain goes to with this. I legitimately don't know. Like, you're interviewing this guy because he's some crazy fucking QAnon guy. And he's gone into this political, like, extremism rabbit hole to be able to escape from the real problems of his life. and then you're going along with his delusions to be able to run down that fucking rabbit hole. This guy thinks that Democrats are pedophiles who eat children. Do you think that his accounting of his real life is going to be very reliable? Probably not.
Yeah, I think that's the next step.
That's it. Steven's just being a silly guy.
There we are. Yo, Lizzie, thank you for the 5. All right, I heard this as well. I'm not totally sure if this is true, but apparently the original name of the documentary that Andrew Callahan was going to be fucking sued over is Finding Bill Joyner. Which makes me at least think that what we see in the end result is probably not everything that he ended up doing to be able to find this guy, but we get a lot.
If I wanted to pull this off, I had to first reach.
It's like, it's fucking insane. Like, this private citizen who had some kind of loan that didn't even necessarily seem to go bad. Like, apparently he, it seems like he, had a loan. He was down and out, down on his luck. And then he took out a high-interest loan, and he had to put up his house as collateral to be able to make sure that he could get the loan. He stopped with the repayments and lost his fucking house. Like, that's just how loans work, That's just how loans work. And then 10 years later, he gets hounded by this fucking YouTube guy and his crew, who's making an entire documentary about tracking him down based on the word of some QAnon guy. Very fucking odd.
Bill Joyner. So I began by writing a polite email.
First, we have to choose a font. Helvetica Neue regular 11 point.
He's not going to be able to read that. He's like 65.
What kind of font do you think Bill Joyner would use?
18 point.
Just why did he think it was important to document this? I literally have got no fucking clue, like I spelled out there. Like, it's got such little relevance. I don't know. Like I said, you're just absolutely feeding into this insane guy's delusions or mental fixations by even going down this rabbit hole with him. You're taking the insane guy on you with, on fucking ghillie suit commando missions to be able to track this guy down. And you think it's going to end well? It's not going to end well.
Font. The Pirates Bowl.
Graffiti font. Subway New York font.
I dig your community.
American typewriter is pretty, creepy. Hello, Bill. We've been watching you while you sleep. Sincerely, Kelly's Army. All right, so, New Times New Roman.
Hello, Mr.
Joyner. Several months ago, I met an interesting character by the name of Kelly Johnson.
Since the election, Kelly has been on the front lines of nearly every
Patriot protest. Capital P. And
demanding a recount.
And accosting strangers.
You look out for Bill Joyner, stay away from him. Shady Canyon, no trespassing.
With the absurd allegation.
If you see him, keep running. He stole my home down in Nellie Gale Ranch. He's a bad guy.
That you stole his home. Yeah.
Do you guys know who Hunter Biden is? I've heard that Hunter Biden and Bill Joyner are tight. He's tied in with the White House. Oops, careful. If you go this way, look out for Bill Joyner.
I'm sure you're familiar.
I hope you...
This is the guy they were fucking running with. This is the guy's fucking story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's in with the big fucking Democrats. Yeah, he's eating virgin children with the Democrats out of the White House. 100%.
You willing to talk more with me?
That's good.
Maybe we could even play golf sometime.
Yeah, I like that.
You guys ready? Should I hit it?
Yeah, send it.
Unfortunately, Bill did not respond to our emails or our phone calls and didn't acknowledge the edible arrangement that we sent to his residence.
Wait, what? How many ways did you try and contact this guy?
Unfortunately, Bill did not respond to our emails or our phone calls and didn't acknowledge the edible arrangement that we sent to his residence.
Emails, phone calls, and just sending stuff to his fucking house, alright? I mean, doing all of that in and of itself, it's like, oh, okay, fair enough, I guess. You're trying to get in contact with the guy. Maybe you've got some faulty, maybe you've got the wrong phone number. Maybe you've got an old email address. It can happen.
So I figured it was time to pay his workplace a visit.
Sorry, you did what? Sorry, you thought what? Sorry, we're going where now? Well, you see, I heard that Bill Joyner's mother had recently died, so I thought that the easiest way to be able to catch up with him is hiding inside of the coffin, you see?
Bill's office was a lifeless corporate park, the kind of place I'd never want to be. But surely if I wanted to find this guy, that was the place.
So what's on your mind?
My lunch right now, frankly. We get a free lunch on Fridays, which is very exciting for me, I guess. I hate paying for lunch.
Our company is actually holding like an event today where they're going out and they're actually buying us lunch, and as a way to kind of like boost morale and get people back together. So
what's your 40-year plan?
Get rich and retire young.
What do you want to do when you retire?
Golf, drink, and hang out with my friends and family.
What's your favorite way to haze someone into the company?
Rotten eggs in the desk is a good one. Super glue them to their chair. That's one of my favorites. When this guy started, he doesn't know this, but I took all of his tires off his car and rotated them. Wait a second.
Do you know Bill Joyner?
I don't.
Have you ever seen Bill Joyner before?
No.
Since a friendly introduction seemed out of the question, and being that his office was technically in a public building, I figured I'd also take the elevator upstairs to give the door a knock.
I'm actually kind of nervous, because if he is here, it's gonna be like super fucking awkward. What the hell am I gonna say? Hey, we're making a documentary film. Yeah.
You're not even prepping what you're saying. You're following this guy around town. Emails, phone calls, sending stuff to his house. Now turn up at his workplace. And you haven't even thought about what you're saying. Some people are just way too fixated on, like, laying out a story and getting the people to speak to them. You know, getting the exact people who they want to speak to them to get on camera and have a conversation. And they'll just go to the nth fucking degree to make that happen. It's insane.
They're probably all working from home, man. So I'm thinking that, like, literally nobody works here.
As the phone calls and the emails continued, I figured I'd also pay to join the country club where he's listed as a member. In the
Why? 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 This is the kind of shit that guys will do for girls that they've got like an undying fucking love for. They think they're on a love quest. They think that she's the fucking one that's going to make their life complete. And then they end up in prison like 6 months down the fucking line. Cut your fucking losses. You're joining where?
hopes of maybe running into him at the Chinese Lunar New Year celebration.
So we're at the Shady Canyon Lunar New Year banquet. I think a lot of these people probably know Bill, but I don't want to blow my chances, so I'm not going to ask too many people if they know Bill. Do you know a guy named Bill Joyner?
I do not.
Have you seen this guy before?
I don't think so.
This guy's literally behind a fucking lion mask, or like a dragon suit for the entire time, and you're asking him if he's seen him.
As the chances of physically meeting Bill became slimmer and slimmer, I hatched a new theory, which is that maybe Kelly didn't actually need to sit down with him for mediation, and it would be enough to just physically see him in the flesh, even from afar, to realize that Bill is no more than a mortal man, made of meat and bones, much like himself, not a baby-eating Democrat demon from the underworld, as Kelly often paints it.
Yeah, I mean,
let's be fucking real. This guy didn't want to see any sit-down mediation at all. He wanted to set the crazy guy across from the fucking business person and see the crazy guy going absolutely fucking bananas as soon as he saw him. Maybe commit some kind of violent crime. I'm not totally sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a reason why the fight got included in the final cut of this. Because it needed some kind of violent element. And the confrontation with Bill Joyner was just not there.
and that's how my dad paints him. Is like this big, scary, like monster, which maybe he is, like, you know, metaphorically, but in the end, he is probably just like a 60-year-old conservative white male. I'm literally describing my dad, but...
Seeing no other option, I ordered Kelly and I some ghillie suits online and hatched a plan to get a covert visual ID on Bill from as close to his house as legally possible.
Bill, truth and justice is heading your way. Nothing more, nothing less.
Bill, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Happy Halloween.
Bill Joyner, we're coming out to get you.
This is going to be shown in court. You realize The documentary you're putting together is going to be shown in a fucking court of law. Why the fuck are you including this in the final release? Do you think this makes you look better? I remind you, this guy is currently being, Andrew Callahan is currently being sued by this Bill Joyner guy. That's why we're watching it right now.
We're going to find you. We're going to find out if you really exist. And if you don't exist, we're going to verify that too. Oh, yeah, look at this. I think it's over here, where those big McMansions are.
It's like the fucking Wild West out here, man.
If this was the Old West, he'd be dead right now because someone would have shot him. In the Old West, they wouldn't have tolerated this. Not that I would do that, and it wouldn't have even had to be me. It would have been someone before me because he did this to other people. He screws people. He definitely screwed me, and then he hides. Maybe he's hiding, I think.
Oh, maybe they don't realize this will be intimidating. There's no way. There's no way that you couldn't know. What do you fucking mean? What do you fucking mean? Andrew's consideration for this Bill guy has gone out the fucking window. When he's seen his phone calls, seen his emails, he's not fucking responded to him. He's been fucking blanking him. He's ruining this hacking documentary. Goes to his workplace, goes to his country club. No sign of him there either. It's the last resort. Because he didn't give a fuck about this Bill guy anymore, you know? He's totally burned on him, and he decides this is going to be the only way.
I think he's hiding right up there.
What would you say to him if you saw him?
Why'd you rip me off?
As we tried different vantage points, we came to the realization that from literally nowhere on the hiking trail was the inside of Bill's house or driveway actually visible. So
why include this in the documentary then? Like, even from an entertainment point of view, what is the fucking point? It's just you and some mentally ill guy who you're furthering the mental delusions of by encouraging him, buying him a fucking ghillie suit, and driving him to his fucking home. Do you think he knew where he was before? That's going to be the new protest point that he goes to, I guarantee, after this. What are you doing? Why are you working in concert with this guy? Andrew Callahan would just find some homeless guy on the fucking street going, talking about the fucking Democrats. Go, oh, damn, well, what happened in your life? Well, me and my mother. Your mother? Where does she live? Let's go there now. Like, what is the narrative through line? I think Andrew contests in his video when he's talking about, oh, we're being sued. This Bill Joyner guy says to the court, listen, my dispute with this Kelly guy, this was a private matter that was resolved years ago because Bill got fucking disbarred trying to fight it. We find that out later, I guess. So Kelly gets disbarred trying to fight this fucking case, and it's already been settled in a court of law. And it's, like, impossible to disagree, right? This is like a private interaction between two people that's already been seen through the fucking courts. Years ago. Like a decade ago. Why are you following this guy around today?
So unfortunately, it was another failed mission.
But, you know, this is just part of the journey.
Oh, just the beginning, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're a good ghillie.
You're a good ghillie, man.
Thanks. Thanks.
After trying and failing 3 different times to find Bill, my team and I pretty much hit a creative standstill with the film and really had no idea how to proceed.
The only option to get in contact with them is to pursue unconventional measures.
We've already done every unconventional measure possible.
We've done most unconventional measures, but like we haven't left him a letter.
Nah, letter's like creepy as fuck. Just call him again.
Yeah, let's do that.
How many more numbers do you have?
Quite a few. Hey Bill, this is Evan Gilbert.
Wait, what do you mean, how many more numbers do you have? How many numbers are you calling this fucking guy on?
Cats, I'm just calling because I reached out to you over email a couple days ago about a documentary that I'm making. You're very familiar with my subject. I was wondering if you'd be available for comment or interview. Feel free to reach me anytime at this number. Thanks for your time. Hope you have a great day.
You hit him up on email twice.
Wait, hold on. This is like after the fucking ghillie suit stuff. This is after all of this stuff. How many times have they emailed and called this guy?
Twice. You've hit him up on LinkedIn. You also left that message.
Wait. Hold on.
For your time. Hope you have a great day.
You hit him up on email twice. You've hit him up on LinkedIn. You've also left that message, so there's no way that Bill doesn't know about you and about the documentary. So if he doesn't respond, it means that he doesn't want to like get near the story. If the purpose of the movie is to bring Kelly's family back together, it's probably actually worth it to hire an actor to play Bill Joyner, someone who's dealt with like deprogramming people from cults, and then we should have them act as Bill in virtual reality, model the VR character off of Bill, tell Kelly that Bill's too scared to meet him in real life because Kelly thinks that Bill's like a huge pussy anyway.
My understanding is he's kind of a smaller guy. He's one of those small guys that has a lot of money.
Have the Bill actor be so familiar with the documentary and subject matter that like he can't slip up
and just say like all the right shit.
They want to know everything about us. They want to control us, but they don't want to tell us anything. I think it has something to do with the truth about what really the fuck is going on here. And they're hiding behind the doors. They're hiding behind the damn doors here. Just like Bill Joyner hides behind a P.O. box. Just like he hides behind the gates of Shady Canyon.
I'm sorry, Kelly. It was wrong of me to do that, and I'm so sorry. You deserved better than that, Kelly.
What? Who's this? You got Peter Griffin to be able to play this, this short fucking fat business guy. Sorry, guy. I can't do the fucking voice. This is our tactic now.
I think it would be cool.
So the Bill actor is the therapist.
The Bill actor is the therapist connected to a VR system, basically.
You need to reconnect with your family, Kelly. Disconnect from politics and reconnect with your family before it's too late.
The real thesis of this documentary is that men...
Tell me that I'm fucking wrong about the voice, by the way. It's absolutely the, what is it? It's like, McFarland. What is it, Jeff McFarland? Is that the guy behind Family Guy?
benefit from therapy.
Wait, how do we even, like, know if Bill Joyner actually stole Kelly's home?
Wait, sorry. You didn't just ask that, did you? 56 minutes into the fucking movie, and all you've taken is the insane guy and the stories that the insane guy has told to his kids as he's going down his fucking rabbit hole into insanity. That's all you've got so far before sending this guy emails after emails after emails and calling this guy on all 5 numbers you've got for him and LinkedIn and sending the shit to his fucking house and camping outside his fucking house and then going to his country club and then going to his fucking workplace. At no point before doing any of that did we think, oh, I guess let's find out what actually happened, given the fact that we know that he sued him over this, and this is all a matter of public record at this point. It's just such dog shit, man. It's just such dog shit. And I'm not gonna say that Andrew deserves to be fucking sued for this stuff. But it's like, you've taken an assumption of risk when you're going this far with your fucking documentaries, you know? When you're going this far to be able to get reach out to somebody for comment for some dog shit documentary you're making. You can't really give a surprise Pikachu face when you get a fucking lawsuit slapped on your fucking desk. You know what I mean?
He stole Kelly's home. Actually stole Kelly's home. Actually stole Kelly's home. As we deliberated on ways to conclude the film, I reached a sobering realization, which is that I hadn't really been questioning Kelly's narrative.
No, he just admits it. You couldn't say it in any more fucking plain language. It's absolutely fucking insane. And it is like a sad state of affairs with documentaries on YouTube. Because this shit is getting more professional, right? You've got whole teams of people currently organized to, like, make these fucking documentaries. And then it's filled with the most fucking dog shit content you could ever imagine. And the most dog shit investigation, you know? Like, a lot of these guys bristle at being compared to quote-unquote legacy journalists and claim to offer something unique or independent or sometimes even higher quality, you know? When people assume that something from quote-unquote legacy media is better than what they do, they kind of bristle and feel as though what they're doing is being, like, cheapened, or they get this inferiority complex. No, you are just inferior. You've got, like, one of the biggest guys who does this shit. 3.58 million subscribers on the second channel that he's tried to do this stuff with after he went independent, right? And then you have to admit on your documentary you're making, oh, well, you know, I didn't even look into the story before I started harassing this guy to reach out for comment. Like, what are you doing? You are worse than legacy media. Yes.
Not just about the home, but about...
But that's what they'll always fucking fall back on as well, you know? We're not professionals. We're not like legacy media. We're not like proper journalists.
Himself. He painted this image of himself as a squeaky clean, Midwestern family man who, by no fault of his own, fell into the jaws of a heartless scammer who took everything from him for no reason.
Because of Bill Joyner stealing our home, I was away from my son for his senior year of high school, which can't be replaced.
But while investigating Bill, I failed to also investigate Kelly. I mean, who was Kelly, really? I went back and rewatched all of our interview footage, which totaled over 100 hours, to see if maybe I'd missed something along the way, or if there was any loopholes in his story. And I found one, specifically surrounding his disbarment as a lawyer.
Here's what Kelly said about it.
Because of what Bill Joyner did to me, I ended up getting suspended by the state bar.
Why?
Just for a couple small little issues with clients. Nothing, just a little slap on the wrist stuff. No big deal.
Then I looked back at the interview with Kaylee, who said he was disbarred.
Like, I don't even know, like, a homeless schizophrenic tells you that he got disbarred because of two small things, because this evil guy conspired against them, with given, like, let's be fucking real, okay? No actual details there. I'm shocked that Andrew took this at face value. What do you mean on later reflection? I realized that I hadn't got the entire story. Like, what he's saying there is an obvious fucking lie, right? Like, in a clear-eyed view, I feel like if anybody heard that from like a crazy homeless guy, that would have been such a... Okay, right, you're lying. Okay, you're insane. This is a very fucking, you know, one-sided view of what's going on here. I don't think you really get disbarred for one or two small things. And I don't think the Bar Association of any state in America is taking directions from some low-level fucking loan manager.
Far before the foreclosure.
I think I was about 13 when my dad was disbarred.
If I was that Bill guy, I'd use a fake name and bang that dude's ex-wife and become a father to his gay daughter and then reveal it later. Dude, don't give him fucking ideas. You're gonna destroy this guy's family life as well.
And couldn't practice law anymore. Then we were evicted 2 years later.
To me, the chicken coming before the egg here was a huge loophole in Kelly's story. So I decided to sit down with attorney Ben Marsh, who agreed to open Kelly's legal file and explain to me exactly why he was disbarred.
My name is...
I mean, let's just be fucking real. That's just there for pure narrative as well. Like, that's not Kelly getting tripped up on his story. That's Kelly saying one thing and his daughter recounting another thing happening. Right? Presumably from her father. She easily could have misremembered, but we need some kind of narrative hook so, you know, Andrew can say, well, this discrepancy made me realize that I'm going to look into it further, rather than Bill is a completely insane schizophrenic and I realized that I should have done this from day one.
Ben Marsh, I'm an attorney here in Los Angeles.
She's bi, he could bang the daughter too. You know she has daddy issues. Well, apparently she says she's bi. She's one of those bi girls, though, you know? Where they're technically bisexual, but they will say that they fucking hate men, so, you know.
Just California. I jumped on Google for...
Political lesbian, I guess.
First and foremost, just to try to find a case number, and ultimately came across Kelly Johnson's Orange County Superior Court action that he had filed against William G. Joyner.
Kelly had 21 counts of misconduct?
Yes. 3 counts of entering into improper transactions with clients, 2 counts of advising violation of the law, 2 counts of failing to report sanctions of $1,000 or more, 2 counts of failing to employ only means consistent with 2 counts of failing to obey court orders, 1 count of failing to cooperate in a state bar disciplinary investigation, 1 count of improperly accepting compensation from one other than the client, 1 count of failing to return client's file.
So did Bill Joyner steal his home?
Not from...
It's fucking insane. How the fuck is this guy gonna explain to you all those many ways that he fucking lied straight to your face and it was not in fact 2 small infractions, and you're still trying to hold out to this Bill guy's fucking story, or this Kelly guy's story? No, he didn't steal his fucking house, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
What I saw in any of the pleadings, I mean, it looks like he's cherry-picking the facts to support his narrative. That loan was secured by a deed of trust, so if a borrower is incapable or fails to repay the loan, the lender has a security interest, a way of getting repaid. Mr. Johnson failed to repay that loan, and that sort of set into motion the chain of events that caused him to lose his home. He filed quite a few other lawsuits and ultimately was deemed to be what's called a vexatious litigant. A vexatious litigant is someone that files lawsuits, without having good cause to do so and doing it over and over. Ultimately, the court wants to prevent someone from being able to do that.
Upon further research, I learned that after being banned from California courts, Kelly shifted fronts to Nevada and attempted to shake down NFL player Ezekiel Elliott for $500,000, 6 signed Dallas Cowboys jerseys, and a meet and greet with Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, after Ezekiel knocked down Kyle while he was working security at a festival in Vegas.
Ezekiel Elliott's legal team believes he's being extorted. Right now, a security guard is pressing charges against the Cowboys running back.
If I had been there, Zeke would have been the next guy on the ground.
He wanted $500,000 to be quiet.
Other requests were $25,000 cash, tickets to Cowboys games, press conference with Zeke Elliott.
I also learned that Bill Joyner offered Kelly $75,000 after the foreclosure for him to stop putting up flyers, which he flat out refused. To me, though, it makes sense. It doesn't fit his narrative. So I decided to sit down with the one person I hadn't spoken to yet, his ex-wife, Shannon, who agreed to give me a candid interview about Kelly's financial decision-making during those so-called perfect years.
Kelly's always had a money issue. I mean, we never had enough. We like to spend money, and like I said, he was never good about saving, looking to the future, kids. It was just, I'll deal with it when I need to deal with it. I'm successful, I'm good, I can do it. Driving $1,000.
Wait, hold on. When did he reach out to the mum? Am I getting this wrong? When does he have long hair? Because when he's talking to the lawyer, his hair is like completely shaved off, right? And then earlier on, when he's going to try and find Bill Joyner, he's got the long hair. When he's interviewing him, he's got different hair. I want to see what his hair looks like when he's in the ghillie suit. Does he show that? Because the timeline on this isn't as it's being portrayed here chronologically, right? I wonder if he's had this interview or this, this meeting with the mum all the way at the start when he originally met the kids, and he's ignored that narratively because it makes more sense to bring up the information at this point when he's realizing that the story isn't quite as it seems. Because it could be that he knew this stuff all along, even when he was going around harassing this fucking Bill Joyner guy. I don't know.
Month Beamer. We had rabbits, pot-bellied pigs, several dogs, several cats. I won't get into the numbers because they're not relevant, but
47 animals.
Kelly's always had a big ego.
Double-digit rabbits, double-digit cats.
I got to drive the car. I got to be in the right address.
My next-door neighbor was the vice president and chief general counsel of Taco Bell.
Not a good feeling for financial security and saving and planning, especially having a law firm that Kelly had that cost as much as our mortgage did. So that was hard to swallow. But I tried to talk to Kelly throughout the years about maybe downsizing, leaving Newport and coming to Laguna Hills. Rents were half the cost. Ego, like I said, it was a big ego problem. He had the staff to pay for. He had a lot to pay for.
So what can you tell us about Bill Joyner and his loan company?
Oh gosh, I don't believe they were corrupt in any way. Kelly fell behind on his payments, pure and simple. And this thing happened. But Bill Joyner, I think he was just doing what he was able to do legally. That's all I can say about him.
After this conversation, my mission began to shift fronts again. I wanted to figure out how to help Kelly take accountability for his own financial recklessness, which plunged him into debt, gave him an abysmal credit score, and put him in the position to take Bill's loan in the first place. This wouldn't mean blaming himself entirely, but I believe that Kelly leaning into his own role in the situation, as opposed to Bill's, would cause a mentality shift and allow Kelly to properly grieve without spiraling into fantasies about payback and revenge. But knowing how deep in his own narrative Kelly was, I figured that any kind of confrontation would probably backfire. So I decided to just hold my breath and wait, in the hopes that one day Kelly would have some kind of breakthrough. And sure enough, he hit me up about a year later and said he wanted to meet up urgently to share some newfound revelations.
It's just, I've come to the realization on some things. Time is, pretty good in terms of healing. And I don't have any animosity towards him. He did what he did. I think he will pay whatever price he needs to pay in this world or hereinafter. I can't focus my whole life on trying to.
Hold on. He says that Bill hit him up a year later to be able to talk about this stuff. What's his hair? I'm getting fixated on the hair, okay? I am getting fixated on the hair. What does he look like there? Is that not the exact same hairstyle and mustache? Do you know what I mean? Because the way that the timeline is looking right now is that he had these interviews with the kids and possibly with the mum a year before, and then a year later is when he eventually goes and speaks to the lawyer and has this meeting with Bill. Right? So there's a chance that he knew this stuff all along, and he'd already done this interview with the mum before he went on the fucking ghillie suit adventures, Before he went commando style, touring around this guy's fucking house, trying to look at his windows with binoculars, go into his fucking work, go into his fucking country club, hitting him up several fucking times a day. Like I said, right? I'm not gonna cheer on when a YouTuber or a documentarian on YouTube gets some kind of, lawsuit from what I assume is a pretty fucking wealthy private individual. But it's like, you've kind of fucked around and you've kind of, found out. That's just the way that it's fucking played, It's hard to have that much fucking sympathy to it. And then you're trying to make this video as though it's a total fucking outrage that you're even having any lawsuits over this stuff. You know that this Bill Joyner guy has presumably had years of harassment from this Kelly, this homeless, crazy Kelly guy. He's going around constantly screaming the guy's fucking name. You don't think that he's tried to do any of this stuff? You don't think that he's already seen, like, a certain level of harassment? Why even feed into the crazy guy's delusions? I don't know, but yeah, I think the rest of this is just encouraging the Kelly guy to go to rehab to get out of his drug addiction. And then hopefully get him to spend more time with his family. So that's the end of the story. But the bit that I've shown you today, that's all the stuff that he's being sued over. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's on the same level with the Reckless Ben stuff, but I will say that it is like a critical mishandling. It is a critical mishandling of a story like this. So, there we go. That's that. So fucking retarded, man. I don't know. Did I assume that Andrew would be a little bit more competent? I guess I think I did, He's been around the block for a while. He's done these kind of documentaries before.
Getting sued for leaking sex tapes. That's just, Steven's just being a silly
Mainstream
guy.
media wins again. Undefeated. Thank you, Lizzie, for the 5. Hugely appreciate it. His GoFundMe is a complete lie.
This model
That's
is a
interesting. Did I ever take a look last time that I streamed at the GoFundMe?
Sing for journalistic.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let's see what he said in the GoFundMe. Bro. My eyes are watering, man. What? He says in the description as well. Update. Our goal has been met within 3 hours and 39 minutes. Any additional donations will go either to civil countersuit against Bill and his attorneys, or upcoming shoot expenses related to Iran, Palestine, Cuba, or the All Gas No Brakes relaunch. Thank you so much. So he hit his donation goal within 3 hours. And he's currently got $1.589 million donated. More than double the original asking price. Insane. Insane, man. Let's have a look, because I'm not sure if he did actually lie, so we'll see, okay? Hey guys, this is a GoFundMe that I've set up to raise money ahead of our upcoming second legal battle against Bill Joyner, a wealthy lender who has bothered Channel 5 with a frivolous federal lawsuit for the last couple of years. As explained in our YouTube fundraiser, I am around $300,000 in the hole from the previous federal case and will need to secure representation for the upcoming California state case, which I'm told may run me up to $800,000 before trial. Thank you very much supported. I don't think he lied in this. This is all true, right? Yeah, I don't think that he lied in any of this stuff. Did I say million? 300,000 and 800,000, and then he's raised 1.5 mil on the donation bar. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Absolute insanity. One of the few bastions of real reporting left being attacked. You have the movement, Andrew, and we will make a statement. Okay. Support from the UK, fight the lawfare. YouTubers have just got an insane amount of like social capital with which to be able to fight any lawsuit they might get, especially from a private individual. It's kind of fucking insane. But yeah, there we are. Also, it's technicalities, but the lawsuit isn't frivolous. People use that term colloquially, though, right? They mean like a lawsuit that they don't think has merit, or, well, that's frivolous, but a lawsuit that they don't think will prevail. They'll call that frivolous, I don't know. I didn't go hard on people when they were talking about Ethan Klein. I'm not going to go hard on it now, but it doesn't seem like it is frivolous, If it made its way all the way through the fucking federal courts, before being, you know, taken back, and then they changed it to a state case. It seems like it probably is with merit. You know? Apparently, I think Andrew said this, right? Does he say this in, does he say this somewhere here? Hold on. Yeah. So, I guess, apparently, he says this at the start of the documentary, if memory serves, that they wouldn't have sued him if only he didn't upload this. Which is probably pretty shitty, but it's like, Is it that dire or illegal battle? I don't know. It's hard to fucking say on that shit. I think if you're complaining about the immense amount of financial pressure that you're receiving, and then you decide to publish it anyway, and you know that you could have escaped all of that financial trouble if you just not published it, you know? I don't know. We'll see how the court case progresses, though, but I just don't like the way that it's being retold. Hold on. Fuck. Let me get this shit again. YouTube is going to be down for a little bit. YouTube chat, rather. Full reset. I'll just close it down. All right, great. Yeah, we can go into other stuff though. That's just like really disappointing. I don't know. I thought that some of this stuff was a little bit better, but hate to see it. El Bozo. All right, great. Let's move on. Okay, what I said was going to be a palate cleanser earlier. Let's do it. I'm not going to go and watch. Do I go and watch all of the coverage back and forth? I'll leave that on the back burner for the end, because I'm pretty sure that I can get into the nitty-gritty with that if I want to. Let's go in, actually. Since we're talking about legal topics, let's go in for some of our favorite lawtubers. That's right. You know him. You love him. Second only to Lus is Legal Mindsets. Let's go. Released a video, Denims versus Klein Explained, why the judge rejected Ethan Klein. He dropped this video. Essentially taking the L, which I will say is particularly fucking good form, alright? It's not something you'd expect to see from other people. Is he cutting his losses? Okay. Let's have a gander, we'll see.
Her fair use battle, and we're all... Denims has officially won her fair use battle, and we're also going to get into the cases involving Casey Tronfrogen, etc. As a total recap here of really the Hassan Piker content nuke fair use case, yes, Ethan Klein can appeal, but the chances, being realistic and being just totally neutral here, are not good for an appeal. So what happened? Let's get some background here on this case. So this is something that, hey, I wanted it to go the other way. I was saying, hey, look, I think it's bad precedent. I think it's bad law. I think this is going to be a bad way to structure it. But with any fair use case, and this is very, very true of all fair use cases, you really don't know which way it's going to come out, because the judges can rule differently and different judges can weigh different factors differently, or two different judges can look at the same set of factors and say, hey, this one has weight here or this one doesn't. So this is a case that really I was very fervent on. But you know what? Sometimes in the law, you don't get your way. Sometimes you want it to be a certain way and it doesn't turn out that way. And you just have to accept it. And that's part of one of the things I love about the law. And, you know, yes.
All right, we can pause it there. I think we've got basically the amount that we fucking need to. Legal Mindset is just straight up admitting that his legal coverage was based largely around what he wanted to happen, not what he thought would happen. Which is just basically the way that I assumed that LawTube works now, you know? See the people gassing Reckless Ben up. See the people gassing up, I don't know, Andrew Callahan as well, and some of these other people, Ethan Klein, right? Isn't it interesting? The vast majority of these LawTubers will always gas up the people who are currently winning in the public sphere. They will always support and tell you exactly why the person currently receiving the most public support and the most fucking clout and success, why they're gonna win their fucking legal case. You know? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that strange? No, it's fucking not. These people are covering these cases insanely fucking biasedly and telling you exactly what they think you want to hear. Or telling you what they want to be the case, you know?
Yes. Well, was I a little hyperbolic in the past about it? Sure. About, my position, right? My position that she should not, or at least it should have gone to discovery, which we'll get to a little bit later. So clearly, once again, being unambiguous, Denhams did actually win. And the way she did that was fighting back with a motion for a judgment on the pleadings, which was a pre-discovery early.
Okay. I will say, though, legal mindset is head and shoulders above loss on this stuff, but, I mean, do we need to go back in for that again? I don't think we need to go back in for that again, do we? No, this guy talking about, the judge was a communist, the judge was left-wing, the judge only cared about politics, didn't care about the law at all. I don't get, though, what people thought was going to change if Denhams won her fucking legal case, you know? I don't think that a lot of these people knew what Denham's reaction looked like. I don't think they watched it themselves. I don't think they knew how much extra content Denham's added to the fucking content nuke. So I don't think they thought they had an accurate idea of what was going to change in the space. Literally nothing was going to fucking change. I wish these people would have come out and said a little bit more fervently what they think people should be sued for and what they think people shouldn't be sued for. So watching an entire video on stream, should you be sued for that? Should that land you with fucking $30,000 or $150,000 of legal liability? Really? Is that the world we want to fucking create? Or is it being like an annoying, bitchy, whiny woman? Is that what we think should get you a fucking copyright loss? Because I'm not sure sometimes exactly what the heuristic some of these guys are going with.
Stage motion. And when they looked at the factors, which was really interesting, so they found the purpose and character was actually transformative, which is very, of course, important for fair use. It's got to be transformative for it to be fair use. But then you've got amount and substantiality was reasonable in context for commentary, and it really sets the bar for kind of reaction content. So, looking at Denhams, you're able to say, okay, this is where, you can have reaction style content. And, as long as you're doing as much as Denhams did and you're, having as much as she said, that's enough, right? So that judge looked at that and said that amount is enough. So now that's the bar. So this is where...
I mean, I don't think that's quite true, right? I don't think that's quite true at all. Like, the judge never said that in their decision. That doesn't come up. Like, the judge isn't talking exactly about what was the original runtime, how much did she fucking add. That might have been made reference to in some of the arguments. But on the conclusions of the law, it was not setting a bar for what percentage you need to add to the video. It was like a little bit more substantively than that. No, that's not what the judge said at all. It was about the market that Denhams was targeting, the content of her speech, rather than just like the quantity of it, right? It was those factors as well. It's not about setting a bar based on how much she said.
Where, I think a lot of us had also a contention. Obviously, there's the point about the market substitution, which the judge did not agree with. But with this is about the amount of time. So this is saying that looking at Denham's video, you can look at that video and say, okay, she sat in her chair, she got up, she did other stuff. So at some point here, that is enough for reaction content. So there you go. You've got that there.
Did she even get up and leave her chair during the reaction? I know Frogan did. Frogan did 100%. Did Casey Tron? I mean, Casey Tron's soul wasn't even in her fucking body. I don't care if her butt was in her fucking seat. That's completely irrelevant at that point, right? But did Denhams actually fucking leave her chair? I think that's just like an oft-repeated fucking meme when people have got no idea what they're talking about this stuff. I haven't seen a clip of Denhams leaving a chair. I'll just say that. Because I would assume if that did exist, I'd be seeing it over and over and over and over again for the past 2 years. I don't think I saw that.
The judge also found there's no substitution and it was a different viewing experience. Was it not a market replacement for...
It's also fucking crazy that you're given like legal analysis and you're talking about whether somebody was out of their chair or not. It's like, it's not... Which of the factors did that possibly fucking weigh under? Which of the factors does that possibly fucking weigh under? It doesn't. It literally fucking doesn't. The judge or the law doesn't look at what the content creator themselves did, whether they were present or in their chair or not. It's what they said, the market that they were fucking going for, what they did in their end result of content. Literally, I'm pretty sure from like a legal perspective, and I've tried to like read around for this because I'm not totally sure about the fucking point. I'm pretty sure that it would have been the exact same if Denims sat in her chair and said nothing versus getting up and walking
While
away.
I personally found Denims to be a lazy reactor, I think it's good she won, as that also protects reactors like you.
Thank you, Artemis, for the 5. But yeah, that's another great point as well. But it goes to the point that I said earlier. What did people expect to come out of this fucking case? I actually don't know. Like the standards that people wanted to set.
For the original.
And if the answer is you can't say that you want to steal views from somebody else, I mean, it's just like... that will be the answer, actually. I've just realized. If you were to ask some of these people the standard that they want to set, that would be the fucking answer. Totally fucking irrelevant to the transformative analysis.
Original. So there you go. So saying, hey, look, that is something that was okay. Now, this is something that was hotly debated. And I think this one, with the market substitution, saying that this is, for example, this is something that is going to be viewed by people who are, hate watching, etc. Or, they're going to not want to watch the original content. So they're going to go over here and watch that. But the judge said, hey, look, that's not substitution. It's a different viewing experience. And you've got to say, okay, well, that's the way the judge wants to set it. Even if someone comes out like Denims and says, hey, yeah, no, I'm doing this just so you don't watch it on their channel. Well, there's a certain level of that is acceptable. Now, that's not to say, because fair use depends on the judge, that every judge would rule that way. Different judges could rule differently. And that's the beauty, once again, of fair use, is that different judges can rule differently when things are weighed in the fair use balancing. Over here, we've got...
Where does that weigh in the fair use balancing? Well, just tell me, where does that weigh in the fucking fair use balancing? It doesn't. It doesn't. What do you mean the degree to which you say that? What I'll say, it does matter if you're trying to aim it towards that same market to be able to steal views away from it, right? But if you're looking at an audience that's never going to watch it anyway, hate watchers, and then you say watch it here if you'd have to, so you'd have to watch it there, they're never going to watch it there to begin with, if that argument resonates with them,
An opinion of a copyright specialist, because, I'm not a copyright specialist. I once again, I cover all topics, right? And look at all topics. But if you look at copyright specialists, people that actually know what they were talking about, even they were thinking this was going to get further than it did. So even they were shocked. Even the copyright specialists, the people that focus on this, Aaron Moss, who's a partner at Mitchell Silverberg MSK in Los Angeles. And he wrote an article here. He says over here, in my coverage of Denim's motion for a judgment on the pleadings last month, I predicted Judge Wesley would deny her early fair use bid and send the case to discovery. Instead, his draft ruling ruled ahead of last Friday's hearing on the motion, found that the stream fair use as a matter of law. So found the stream fair use as a matter of law. So boom, there you go, fair use. 3 of the 4 fair use factors broke for the defense, and they heard 40 minutes of attorney argument and then took the matter under submission. And while Denim's corner of the internet is already measuring her crown, no final order. Now, this is actually an older article, so the final order has been issued. So this is something that has been updated. The one thing, once again, I want to point out is that even they thought, hey, this would go to discovery. So
where is this? Aaron Moss is a partner at Mitchell, Seinberg, and Knupp, MSK in Los Angeles. Okay.
Very reasonable people that have copyright experience were shocked on this, that it was ended this early. And that's something I was surprised on as well. I mean, I thought this would go a little bit further. We might see more of this case, but this case ended a lot earlier than predicted, much, much earlier than predicted. I want to also summarize what's going on with the other ones, because I think this is really important. And
oh no, Andrew, don't talk about the other ones. Don't talk about the other ones. We don't want to talk about the other ones.
Looking back, now that we have a closure, right? Now that we're done with the whole Klein saga in terms of Casey Tron-Frogan and Denims, we can kind of analyze all of them. Now, Denim's clear winner.
Whoever just said that England lost in kick chat, can somebody please go in there and like permaban that guy? Thank you.
Here and once again, props to Denims. You know, I can disagree with her. You know, she can make fun of me, which I deserve. And listen, sometimes I deserve it. And, you know, she wants to make fun of me. I get it. Denim's definitely the winner, 100% the winner, because she went through, she actually did the work, and she put in the time, and she you know, had a good argument, and that argument was persuasive. But Casey Tron,
fake gooners wanted Denims to fail because they hated women. Real gooners wanted her to fail, so she makes the OF nude instead of lewd. Ghislaine Maxwell, what a perfect fucking name for that comment. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, to be fair, the Snork has never really made that case to people. You know? The Snork has never really managed to get through with their messaging on that point. That's a good point.
Also very smart. And Casey Tron...
See, that's the difference between commentary and a lot of these lefty politics communities, you know? It is a big, big difference. Commentary is totally open to being totally reasonable, you know, brash at times, sometimes candid, but always in a rigorous pursuit of the truth and the best outcome for everyone, you know? I mean, actually, I did see that this kind of stuff was brushed up against people before, quite recently. I saw that some of the Hassan people, after Shilipi got a fucking shout-out on Hassan's stream, went through some of his old stuff and found him shit-talking migration. The difference between commentary and lefty politics creators is that commentary creators will always be fair, even if it's not always politically correct.
Settling with Klein with an apology, citing family reasons, not wanting to get into a protracted battle.
I mean, to be fair, I was quite surprised to fucking hear it. He was reviewing the iDubbbz immigration video, I think. He was like, some people are reasonable to be afraid of immigrants, Ian. Some people are right to be terrified of immigrants, actually, Ian. They're fucking breeding like crazy. Do you want to be a minority in your country? Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. I thought you were Asian. I know you live in Canada. I think you were fucking white, though. Holy shit.
Also very smart there, just doing an apology. You know, looking at all of this, I think that was one of the easier ways to get out of this too, is to say, hey, let's just settle, let's have an apology, and let's just, you know, clean things up here. Frogan had that clerk default on May 20th, 2026 over a failure to file a response to the complaint. And with that, once again, there's a default there, but there's still damages that need to be determined, and those damages can potentially be high. Now, the judge could say the damages are lower. We don't know yet. We got to go to that damages hearing that's scheduled for August 10th, 2026. So we've still got some.
Oh, Legal Mindset does not want to make any more fucking predictions on these Ethan Klein cases, does he? He really does not want to make any more predictions on this fucking case. I'm not totally sure, to be honest, myself, about the Frogan stuff. It gets into a little bit too much of the nitty-gritty, where I'm, like, not really comfortable saying exactly what I think's gonna happen. The problem is that for the Frogan case, like, so far as I'm aware, like, a default judgment means that the court is now accepting all of the factual claims that Ethan Klein has alleged, all the way up to and including the fact that Frogan is liable, right? So if you just have to accept that she was malicious, which is what Ethan alleges in his first complaint, does that just carry through and you can no longer make a defense of innocent infringement? I actually don't know, you know, but don't know if it looks good.
Thing for Frogan, but that's just as to damages. That's just as to how much are they going to rule in that particular case. And of course, she had that legal defense fund money. We don't know what happened with that legal defense fund money. So that's what's going to happen right there. So in my judgment here, Denham's lawyers made a very successful argument. She gets her win. She gets her day in the sun. She gets to take her moment. The real lesson that people should learn from this, and this is very important, is that fair use cases always have a high amount of unpredictability and can vary from judge to judge. So it's impossible. Even specialists, even people who know a lot about fair use, who really focus on it, that's the thing they do, cannot call things precisely, right? It's not possible to do that. We make our best argument. We look at what might be good precedent or bad precedent in the future, just thinking about things holistically. But in this case, this came out in Denham's favor. Wasn't necessarily predicted by everybody. Some people were, once again, Denham's. Obviously, she wanted this to come out that way for obvious reasons, right? Everyone wants to win their own case. But I do believe, yes, it may be a bad precedent, right? I can disagree with that precedent, but I respect that judge's ruling. So I get it. That makes sense. And I can respect that judge's ruling and kind of take that and apply that to future cases. So it's kind of a learning lesson for future cases involving fair use and how to.
I just don't know why you possibly think that this is a bad ruling. I actually don't understand, I actually don't understand.
Analyze them. So that's my take on this, guys. I mean, once again, I am just accepting the little bit of egg on the face from me being a little bit hyperbolic. Sometimes, hey, it's the internet, things happen. Now, once again, it doesn't mean that every case is going to come out like Denham's, but it does set some standards. I want to know what you guys think about these cases. Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
All right, fair enough. Passport Mindset has better mentality about this than Loss. Rip Loss. I mean, Loss is just fucking retarded. Like, Loss is totally fucking hopeless. I will say it shows a certain grain of honesty on Legal Mindset's side that he will actually just make a video spelling out, yeah, I'm wrong, and I was arguing from what I wanted to happen the entire time, Not what I thought was likely going to happen. And he admits now that he's got no background in copyright. I don't know if he was banging that drum when he originally did his coverage, Unfortunately, I do have to say this has given me more respect for Legal Mindset, but there we are. I'm nothing if not fair. I do want to read this little report that he flashed on screen, though. The thing that he's referencing. Hold on. Let's have a look. Here we are. Copyright lately. I've got no clue what this website is. Copyright lately. Judge's first take favors Denham's, but will it survive the recut by Aaron Moss? Tentative reactions to the tentative ruling. Court's draft order would hand Twitch streamer Denham's a fair use win in Ethan Klein's reaction video lawsuit. But the analysis it skips could matter more. There's a tentative ruling out in Ted Entertainment versus Saber, and if it sticks, Ethan Klein will lose a fair use fight on the strength of the very reaction video precedent he helped create as a defendant. Klein's company, Ted Entertainment, sued Twitch streamer Denham's last June over her 4-hour livestream reaction to his Content Nuke documentary, calling it a watch party designed to siphon views from the original. That's what Ethan called it. Okay, right, I get you. In my coverage of Denham's motion for judgment on the pleadings last month, I predicted Judge Wesley would deny her early fair use bid and send the case to discovery. Instead, his draft ruling, released ahead of last Friday's hearing on the motion, found the stream fair use as a matter of law. Read it here. We already read this, okay? So, update. June 29th. Judge Wesley has officially granted Denham's judgment on the pleadings, holding her nearly 4-hour livestream reaction to Ethan Klein's Content Nuke documentary was fair use as a matter of law, while leaning heavily on the same reaction video fair use precedent Ethan Klein helped establish as a defendant in 2017. Think of a tentative ruling as a judicial version of a first take reaction video, the court's initial read of the briefs, circulating before the hearing so the lawyers know where to focus oral arguments. Most tentatives stick, but by taking the matter under submission rather than making his draft official from the bench, Judge Wesley gave himself room to reconsider. The tentative gets to fair use by leaning on Hoseinzada. I already learned how to fucking pronounce this before, and I can't believe I'm getting it wrong again. Matt Hoss versus Klein, and Stevens v. Alphabet, the leading reaction video cases, and then letting TEI's own complaint do the rest. On a motion like Denham's, the court must take the complainant's allegations as true, and in what I previously dubbed the litigation gift of the year, TEI's complaint conceded that Denims makes a highly transformative use of the nuke by using it for the exact opposite purpose. That sentence anchors both halves of the court's draft: transformativeness and no market substitution. TEI essentially pled itself out of its own court case. Okay, like, we're getting some report on this. I don't really see if we're getting much explanation why we don't think that this is going to be very good, you know? Denims has a response, and it's a good one. A running critique of the whole work can justify showing the whole work. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think that article was nearly as critical of the original complaint that Legal Mindset made it seem. So I don't know exactly where he's pulling that from. Like, there's an earlier thing that makes it seem as though, oh, it's not going to go Denim's way, but the rest of it just seems to explain the indictment and explain exactly why Denims is winning. I don't know. Okay. Thank you, Dbon8, for the 100 kicks. I hugely appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. A little bit dry, but it was worth it to hear Legal Mindset say that he was fucking wrong. You know? Okay. Nice. From one legal matter to another, okay? It's time to face an old enemy. Worse than Lus. Worse than Legal Mindset. Okay? The very worst LawTuber that I've ever fucking encountered. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a go. Let's see what the fucking the Mexican guy on Legal Eagle has to say about the Reckless Ben stuff. People have told me that apparently he's a little bit more critical this time, okay? But unfortunately, he's back. The last time that I watched this guy, he just reacted to Ben's video, giving little to no fucking legal insight at all, and just occasionally would have like a live stream reaction cam where he just sits there like gormless, open mouth, just like his soul has left his fucking body. Let's see if he's any better this time, because I've heard he's a little bit more critical of Ben. Let's go.
Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police.
I do have some concern with the defendant representing himself. He has a warrant for his arrest.
I was somewhere very far away. But anyways, back to court.
I love this guy. He's a little bit reckless, a little bit fun to watch. It's a little bit cringy sometimes as an attorney to watch, but it is fun for me, I guess, outside looking at maybe. As long as it's not my client doing it, I'm okay with it.
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong.
Yo! We've got an immediate improvement! This guy's going up in the world! Mouth. Shut. Okay. Nose breathing. Got the brain flowing. A little bit more engaged. Okay. We love to see it. This guy's learning, man. He watched my reaction. He's developing into a better person.
Yeah. Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court.
It's interesting that he says he does not know what he did. Because what I think he really means is he does not know all the discovery against him. And so charging documents are one document. And, hey, we are alleging you've done X, Y, and Z. And the discovery is basically the homework. And I think that is what he's talking about. So the charges, what he's actually charged with, that's public document. You can hop online and find that yourself. But the discovery, the actual police report, the videos that they have, the 911 calls, how he found out about the calls from CEO Aman to the police saying he's going to burn the place down. That's what I think he's referring to. He does not know what he's being accused of. And
oh my god, it's amazing. People are finally starting to realize that Ben's video is a total dog shit because he's a complete and utter fucking moron. Like, you've got to walk around what he's saying and do like a little internal fucking translation to piece together what he's trying to argue. I think what Ben maybe is saying? No, he said several times they never told him what he was being charged for.
I think he's got these things conflated with the charging information and the discovery. And I get it. He's not a lawyer. He's a YouTuber, and they call him Reckless Ben. So I'm not even going to get mad at him for being reckless with the information he's providing on these videos because he's not an attorney. And attorneys are not automatically the smartest people in the room. But we do this a lot, so we understand the nuances of what's going on. And so your charges are separate and distinct from the discovery. This is the homework. This is the publicly available document saying, hey, you did this. And this stuff is important. We're talking about back in the King of England days. King of England or his, people, not necessarily him, call you into court and they would literally say, hey, are you innocent or are you guilty? And people would be like, what'd I do? And the king or the king's representative would say, no, no, no. I asked the questions here. Are you innocent or are you guilty? And people didn't know what they did. They didn't even read the charges out loud. It didn't even matter if they didn't present them. Most people couldn't read. Today, they have to tell you what you're charged with, which Ben knows, and they have to also give you the discovery, the homework, which he is going to get. And this first part of the video is about. And this is the judge trying to do, the prosecutor asking for a protective order for the discovery.
The audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
Number one, you're not allowed to videotape inside courts. And so I am in love with the fact he's hired a videographer or animator to recreate these scenes. And this is priceless. This is awesome. He's not necessarily the most flattering overall to the judge and the prosecutor, but he makes them kind of cool in the animations. This would cause me untold anxiety and nightmares if it was my client doing it, but it's not my client. So I can enjoy the misery of another attorney a little bit more because it's not my client.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted that I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself.
This guy is so fucking easily impressed. It's insane. Like, you've got this bright, flashing, distracting fucking animation going on. Supposed to be cribbing fucking Ace, what is it? It's not Ace Howler. My mind is rotted by commentary YouTube. What is it? Ace Attorney, right? Look at his little fucking face,
He's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body.
It's like total key jangling. It's the most dog shit fucking animation at all. He's, this is amazing. This is great. I wish my clients did this. Lock in!
Cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and...
Maybe he's just happy. Is the law happy? Is the law happy? No. The law is a serious practice. I learned that from Better Call Saul.
Order for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
I get it. I understand exactly what the prosecutor is doing. He is trying to make it hard for Reckless Ben. That's not what they're supposed to do, but he basically trying to send a message to Reckless Ben. Hey, listen, we're not doing this criminal case so that you have stuff for your YouTube channel. I'm assuming the prosecutor knows that the law is Reckless Ben gets to see the discovery prior to trial. You don't get to go to trial and be like, ha, ha, ha. Trial by ambush. Trial by ambush is done. We are to see discovery before we go to trial. I'm assuming he has to know that. And so what I think he's trying to do is he's trying to tell the judge, hey, this is serious. We have to put some sort of control on Reckless Ben. And that can go both ways. There can be a protective order. Hey, I'm going to give this to you, Reckless Ben, or any defendant, but you can't show it to anybody. This is for you to defend yourself. I've seen some cases where a judge says, you know what, you're right. If you want to see the discovery, you have to go to the prosecutor's office, make an appointment, and then watch it and see what they have. You can observe it there. You can't have a private copy. Now, the problem with that is it's awfully inconvenient. I have to make an arrangement to go see the prosecutor, to go see the discovery that they say I did wrong because they can put me in jail. I mean, it's unmanageable. It does happen occasionally. Some jurisdictions, some that I'm very familiar with, they don't even have hearings like this. The state says, hey, judge, we need a protective order for this body cam because we don't got time to redact everything. So tell the defense attorney and their client they can't release anything unless we get a court order from you later on. Judges just grant that, no hearing. So this is pretty routine. I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't like it. I think, sunshine is the best.
This guy's got to be on meth or something, man. This guy's going fucking loco. He's bouncing around the fucking set. This guy's more energetic than me. I swear to fucking God, he moves around more than I do.
They can't release anything unless we get a court order from you later on. Judges just grant that, no hearing. So this is pretty routine. I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't like it. I think, sunshine is the best.
This guy's going to wear out his fucking suit.
Best policy. Sunshine is the best disinfectant. Let it all out. But I understand the prosecutor's trying to do here.
I got a warrant for my arrest for some
I love him, actually. I love him. You know what? I hate him because I fucking love him. I love his fucking energy. Okay, right. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'd say that's pretty fair, This is somewhat routine. I'm not totally sure about a lot of this stuff, so this is unironically pretty fucking useful.
mystery crime that I committed.
It seems like this guy might live.
Hold on.
I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
It seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
Any idea where he actually is? No idea. Okay.
I was somewhere very far away.
And I will be the first to admit, I thought for sure when Ben posted that he was somewhere far away and flouting the fact that they could not find him, I was pretty sure he was not going to be able to get bond in his criminal cases. And I am so happy cooler heads prevailed in Utah, and he clearly is not in jail. Again, I'm so happy that he's not my client telling the world, hey, I can't find me, I'm far away, ha ha ha, because that would cause me a lot of anxiety. And again, I can laugh and I can smile and make jokes because he's not my client. He's some other lawyer's problem. But please, even though Ben seems to have made a video about this, gotten away with flouting that he can't be found because he's in a faraway land, please don't do that to your...
Basically, this is about as much criticism of Ben as I think that anybody's gonna fucking give. I can laugh at this guy because he's a total fucking clown, but I'm glad that I'm not his fucking lawyer. I'll take that. You know what? He might have not meant it like that. I'll take it. I'll grant that to him.
Attorney, please, that's just going to make...
Prosecution's worried that Ben won't follow the rules that a real lawyer would, so they're concerned the evidence won't be protected. I mean, yeah, especially given the fact that he's being, like, the conviction or the charges right now are over stalking and harassment, right? And then you're going to hand stuff directly to him since he's represented himself that he's going to use to further that alleged harassment that the state is prosecuting. Like, it's fucking crazy, of course.
Make their attorney's life so much harder. Just don't do that.
The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
And I understand that Reckless Ben is a content.
Is that even true? That you're never going to be able to find out what he claimed that you did? The allegations are in the fucking court case. Like, that's a fucking lie. Right? Okay. Jose, please, my man. Give me a little bit of fucking sense around here. That's a lie, right?
What he's claiming I did.
And I understand that Reckless Ben is a content creator on YouTube, so...
Don't start out like that. Jose. Don't start off the sentence like that.
He's used to using exaggerated type words.
But you're not allowed to say that. Okay. Let's give Bugs Bunny the benefit of the doubt here. Let's hear him out on what he's got to say.
You'll never find out what I did. He's gonna find out what he did. He knows what he did.
That news, I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case. And so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear they do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason.
This is something that happens a lot. And you see that.
Well, it's because he's offered up no argument to the actual fucking, like, the substance there, right?
You're getting too big for your boots.
This guy looks like Angry Joe's happy twin.
Angry Joe's happy twin. Oh my fucking god. I know exactly what you fucking mean now. Jesus Christ. I know exactly what you mean. I don't think this is racist, is it? It is literally the exact same guy. It's like Angry Joe. Hold on. Can I zoom in to be able to get a better... It is actually fucking perfect. I see exactly what you fucking mean. Okay. Thank you for the 2. Artemis. I appreciate it. Completely forgot what I was about to fucking say. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Ben can cry and bitch and moan about the judge's decision as much as he fucking wants, right? Realistically, the judge decided against him because he didn't try to argue the substance of the court hearing, you know? Like, they're saying that, oh, we're worried that, you know, the defendant's going to use it for the purpose of, you know, furthering harassment and making more YouTube videos. And Ben is saying, well, you know, this person doesn't want to be exposed. Admitting that, yes, he is going to use it for YouTube content, you know?
This with pro.
No, he's arguing, yeah, I'm gonna continue to fucking talk about this guy online. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna continue to fucking make videos on this guy. But he deserves it, Your Honor. He deserves it.
Individuals charged with crimes. You see this with people who are bringing their own lawsuits, people that are defending their own lawsuits without a lawyer. They come to a hearing and they are ready. Here, my evidence, Judge, let's do this. I want West rock and roll. Judge, I'm here. And I get it. Being sued is not fun, and it can cause anxiety. And so you go to court, you know, we're already having anxiety because you're being sued, and you go into court and you're publicly speaking. All this stuff is just a lot of anxiety for the average person. I get it. And so they want to get it over with. But not every court hearing is, in fact, the court hearing, especially criminal offense. There's going to be lots of hearings leading.
No matter what frame you pause it at, he looks consistently unhinged. Every single time.
Thank you, Lizzie, for the 5. I mean, that is true, but it's not like I can really make that criticism. You know what I mean? I appreciate you saying it for me, though.
Up to the main show court date, the trial, if you will. And so this was the protective order hearing. And so the best analogy I can think about is, you know, everyone likes Thanksgiving. You and your cousins get together a month before the big day, the big show, the turkey show, and you say, hey, we're all going to figure out who's making what sides because we know we can't have Aunt Kathy making the mashed potatoes and not going to taste right. And we need some cheesecake with this pumpkin pie because, listen, things are not going to go well if we don't
What? So what are we talking about now?
have all these things. And we know we're going to need 100 deviled eggs because everybody's eating those things like it's the antidote. And then you have Cousin Ray Ray, always been a little bit slow, and he shows up with a cooked turkey. Hey, everybody, I brought the turkey. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. What are you talking about, Ray Ray? This is not the main show. This is a planning period. There's lots of analogies I could use, but the reality is not every court date is the court date.
This guy did this in the fucking last video as well. I don't even understand what this guy's trying to fucking say, man. Like, wrong time? It's the wrong time to present your evidence right now? What are you saying?
The court date in question, the judge was ready to talk about discovery and particularly limitations that Ben could use the discovery for. Basically, don't be putting this on YouTube while the case is pending. And Ben...
This dude was made to be a children's entertainer. No, exactly. Listen, he does it well. I love the fucking energy. I just wish there was a little bit more lore in my tube, you know?
He wanted to show the paper. He wanted to show the receipts. He wanted to show his evidence. And that judge...
I still can't get over the fact, I said this a lot during the first time that I watched this guy talk on Legal. Literally just the books. The books are printed onto the fucking wall. This guy, you tune in for legal coverage, and he's talking about deviled eggs and mashed potato, sat there with fucking printed books on his wall. It's amazing.
It's just probably, listen, I got no sympathy for judges. They signed up for that job. You signed up for those jobs. They're ready, willing to take that job. But that judge probably has a line of litigants out the door, and they're all like this, tick-tock, judge, tick-tock. And this judge is not in any way, shape, or form to hear the merits of the case at the discovery protective order hearing. And so you are watching in real time the terrible, terrible idea of representing yourself in court because you don't know what's going on. I'm not saying being a lawyer is a magical type experience and you automatically know all these. No, man, we're human beings like the rest of you. But we've been doing this the whole time. If you build 100 houses a year, you're going to be better and more efficient at building houses than somebody that's never built a house. Or I'm reading a book about how to build a house right now. That's just because we do it more often than not. And that's true. You get lawyers that don't do criminal offense. They just start coming in, I'm a lawyer, and they flounder and they look stupid. So Ben is experiencing the realities of not having an attorney. He's probably over-prepared for a simple hearing, and he feels like he's not getting his day in court when that was never his day in court to begin with.
People need to stop treating Ben like he's some fucking kid. This guy's in his 30s. Right? This guy is in his fucking 30s, and he's got a small arm of LawTube currently giving him advice. Like, he realized the error of his ways afterwards, because now apparently he's got a fucking lawyer, but he still wants to present it this way when he makes his video. He knows the mistakes that he made, and he knew that that probably wasn't the right hearing to be able to make those kind of arguments, and the judge wasn't ignoring him, and the judge will let him, have his day in court eventually. But he just directly turns and lies to his audience, because he knows that that's going to fucking sell. People need to stop treating this guy like a kid.
So, hire an attorney. Do not try to wing it on your own, especially when your freedom's on the line. Yes, you can be your own lawyer, but that does not mean it's a good idea.
This is where corporate bricks and minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for.
The Provo, Utah case, Ben talks about, hey, they did what they're supposed to be doing. They gave the raw body cam footage. It's prosecutor's discretion. And prosecutors have lots of discretion. Some would say that they might even be the most powerful person in the county. Arguably, they're one that can bring charges. But there's lots of discretion with prosecutor's office. This prosecutor's office, they probably had an intern or somebody look at this information. And it is very possible that once the prosecutor watched the security camera, he realized that the CEO of Bricks and Minifig made some fanciful characterizations with what Reckless Ben and his group is left to have said. So instead of trying to hide that or not provide everything, he thought, hey, it's possible. He thought, hey, let me just give them everything so that they can defend themselves. But that's the reality. We want to give defendants everything that they can possibly use to defend themselves, because prosecutors, their job is the justice. That's who they owe their duty to. Myself, criminal defense attorneys, we owe our duty to our clients. We can't lie. We can't cheat to the court. We're not supposed to do that. But our duty is to our client. Now, even though CEO of Bricks and Minifig is the victim in this case, the prosecutor is representing the victim in this case, but the true client of the prosecutor is justice. And justice demands that we give defendants exculpatory information. We give prosecutors lots of leeway because we want them to do the correct job. And we also shield them from lots of legal liability because we want them to do the right job. I'm going to sue you, prosecutor, because you did not do the right job. There are some instances of that, but for the most part, prosecutors are unsuable because we want them to do what's right without fear of being held up later on in a civil lawsuit. So I'm happy that Provo, Utah did the right thing and they gave the unredacted footage to Ben, and that's how the system is supposed to work. But I will tell you, if there had been company trade secrets lying on the floor, if we saw the owner of Bricks and Minifig giving out personal information, they would have redacted that, or they would have given a protective order that they would have made Ben honor. So it's all within context. Just because Provo, Utah Police Department gave unredacted video to Reckless Ben does not mean unredacted video across the board is appropriate all the time. That's just not. It's too simplistic. And we can't be simple with the law. It's just not possible. When you see things like this, it raises numerous safety and privacy issues since everybody's data is for sale online.
Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Devin came into the fucking ad reads before. You can tell this is post-hoc because the audio takes a sudden fucking dip.
And we can't be simple with the law. It's just not possible. When you see things like this, it raises
Dude, they absolutely asked this guy to come back into the office at like fucking 10 p.m. to do this ad read. Okay, let's go past. I'm not going to listen to this. Let's go.
$1,000 worth of Legos in your store?
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for
is the Legal Eagle knockoff gonna notice the fact that this has been cut.
Is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know? And
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested.
I'm a huge fan of people saying reverse Uno and then doing something you weren't expecting them to do. So Ben is stating now that he is going to try to get them arrested in the same vein that they've been trying to get him arrested. My mom, Mama Lopez, taught me at a very young age, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but
I mean, I don't care about that, okay? I don't care about 2 wrongs making a right. If you guys watched this with me last time, this is when Ben is trying to say that Eamon McNeff lied to him personally, right? And so that means that he committed obstruction of justice because Ben is the avatar of justice. He's acting on behalf of justice or some shit like that. I don't know. Ben is so retarded he might think that he's like an FBI agent at this point.
I kind of get where Ben's coming from, being pulled over for heroin, getting the house raided. He thinks they're responsible for all this stuff. And so he wants to try to do to them as they're doing to him. The problem is you start walking these fine lines because there's something called defamation. Basically trying to put someone in a false light by making up stuff against them. But there's something called defamation per se, and basically that's so toxic. We're going to presume there are damages. Not automatic, but there's a presumption of damages when you accuse somebody of a crime. And so Reckless Ben is walking a very fine line with defamation per se, civil liability, civil problems, by overtly stating, I'm going to try to get them arrested for crimes. Some would say he's recklessly walking this fine line. I don't think it's a good idea to announce intentions, especially when there's court cases going back and forth, because lots of crimes, lots of civil liability is what was the intent of the person. And
oh, dude, I've got to give fucking flowers. I didn't even consider that angle of Reckless Ben snark. Literally announcing the fact that in bad faith and retaliation, he's going to try and get this guy arrested. He's going to make police reports that he thinks are possibly dubious.
Now we have Ben saying, here is what I'm doing and here is why I'm doing it. That's intent. It's clever though. I like it. And again, I can.
It's not clever. Stop. People need to stop saying that Reckless Ben is fucking clever. He looks like a retard. He talks like a retard. And he is, in fact, a retard. Don't act surprised by him being super smart.
Enjoy this because it's not my client doing it. It's some other lawyer's problem. And I could smile because if it was my client, I think I'd have the aneurysm move up my brain a little bit, or the stroke, whatever. I don't think I'd be able to sit here and enjoy it the way I'm enjoying it now.
Crystal Law was a former franchisee of Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him, she has his money.
But
she sold his Lego, she has his money.
You watch this Bricks and Minifigs CEO, and he's just talking way too much. He knows that.
No, that's true, though. That's true.
Ben is trying to make YouTube information, and he comes out there, I don't know about what that's about, and then he clearly does know what it's about because he starts talking about it, and he's explaining what theft is and other issues to Ben and Ben's camera crew. And, I think Ben talks way too much, but he's young, and he's a YouTuber. This CEO of Bricks and Minifig, he's talking too much. I don't know why. Nobody has told him, hey, stop talking. It seems like that'd be a good idea. Hey, sir, you're talking too much, and the things you say can and will be used against you in not only criminal court, but civil court.
Which would mean the CEO's lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime, the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested.
Dude, I'm actually on the edge of my fucking seat. I'm actually on the edge of my fucking seat about what this guy's gonna fucking say. I can see his massive fucking gob opening to be able to talk about this stuff. I've never been in greater anticipation for a fucking legal segment.
The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested.
I don't think that's a criminal crime. I don't think that's exactly what he's done here.
Like where Ben is going with this.
No, you don't. Don't open with that. That's not true. Ben's a fucking retard.
He's trying to fit the facts into what he believes a crime is. I'm going to tell you right now, obstruction charges is not for Ben to say the CEO of Bricks and Minifig. That's not how that works. Obstruction exists to protect the court system, the police officers, judges. You don't want people giving false evidence or anything like that. In this particular case, I'm not saying it's a good idea to lie, because now Bricks and Minifig CEO doesn't look like an upstanding type citizen. At least the editing of the videos does not make Bricks and Minifig CEO look like a upright and on the level citizen. Obstruction is not going to fly. That's for...
Yeah, exactly, dumb fuck. Of course it's not. Like, anybody who watches, literally, you could watch Law and Order or any cop show ever to be able to find out what obstruction of justice is. And you can't get an obstruction charge by lying to a private individual. It's got to be somebody who's like a police officer, an official of the court, or something like that.
Or, you know, you tell police officers false information. That's the crime, not back and forth between two people. And so I want to make a point that, you know, Ben's talking about obstruction being the crime that Bricks and Minifig CEO is guilty for. He actually skipped over a rather easy one. The biggest one we saw was when the CEO called the police and said, hey, he's threatening to burn this place down. That seems to be giving false information to the police. Now, I'm not the one that edited these videos. It's possible Ben selectively edited these things and he took out the parts where he said, I'm going to burn this place down. It doesn't seem like that's the type of person he is. Doesn't seem like that's what he would do, especially since he uses cameras so often. But as one of my big mentors told me, there's no such thing as a pancake without two sides, Mark Lopez. And just like that, there are two sides to every story. But the bigger crime than obstruction, which I don't think Ben can allege against another person, is the false statement to police. That is a crime in Utah. That's a crime in most states, telling the police wrong information to try to get somebody in trouble. And that is what it appears that the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs is trying to do when he calls the police and tells the police, Reckless Ben is threatening to burn this place down and do violence. That's what it looks like. Now, if anybody...
Yeah, I think I broadly agree with that. I guess that sounds about right. I don't know. It's like impossible to tell because of how Ben puts it together, you know? Because of how Ben edits it. Like, he's talking about they are saying they're going to burn burn the fucking business down if we don't give the Legos back. They say they're going to come here and fucking kill us. And cut. Reckless Ben is the one doing this stuff. Why is there a cut there? What's cut out? Very fucking sus. It's impossible to be able to tell what was being said on the original phone call, unironically.
Here's watching and saying, well, Mark, that's also defamation. He is telling the police that Reckless Ben did something that Reckless Ben did not. Well, that's interesting because there's lots of protection between a phone call with a person and the police department. There's just a lot of extra protections. Can't lie, but there's lots of protection between the victim or the caller to the police station. Still can't give false information, but there's lots of protections. But part of defamation is typically a publication of the false facts of the lie. I don't think CEO of Bricks and Minifig published anything. I think Reckless Ben published the lie that the Bricks and Minifig CEO told to the police. So I don't think this will be a legally sufficient defamation case on behalf of Reckless Ben, because Reckless Ben is the one that published the fact that the CEO said he did a crime. Think about that. It's like a legal loophole right there, but just something to think about when they go into mediation for these cases coming up here. I believe the cases are set for mediation. I'll give some pointers to the other side too, but just keep that in mind.
We're at the police station, and we're going to charge him with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000 theft.
Ben is calling the police saying, I want to have them charged with the crime. Well, guess what? That's not Ben's job. That is the job for the prosecutor. That's the law. Now, a citizen can go into the police department or the prosecutor's office, say, I like to report a crime. I think that I'm a victim of X, and this person did X, Y, and Z to me. And that's totally that happens all the time. Not all crimes are initiated through the police, but the fact that I'm trying to get him charged or I want him charged, the prosecutor's gonna be like, well, listen to what you have to say, but I'll make that call. Don't tell me how to do my job.
Police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone.
You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction.
I fucking love how Ben throughout the entire video is referring it to an obstruction crime. It's like somebody gets their throat slit in the street and he calls it an assault crime. Like, I guess, technically, it's just called assault.
Remind anybody, if the police asking for your phone, you would be an idiot to not lock that phone before handing it over to them. And you would be even a bigger idiot for giving them your passcode when they ask, hey, let me see that phone. What's the passcode? You don't have to do that. The law is well settled. The police need a warrant to get into your phone. There's no patriotic duty. I have nothing to hide. Really? You have nothing to hide? Are you sure about that? Nothing at all on that phone could be taken out of context and be used against you? Nothing at all? Please, give me a break. Number one, your phone is part and parcel with your life. Some of the most intimate details ever are on that phone.
Yeah, it's not what we're talking about right now, is it? Yeah, I agree. It's very dumb to give over your fucking phone and all of your passcodes and stuff like that. It's just, okay, that's not
Lock
relevant.
that phone. You can't destroy evidence, and people call all the time.
Dude, this guy's going off on fucking side quests. Talk about what Ben just alleged. That this is an obstruction crime.
Your duty to not give them an unlocked phone, because the Fifth Amendment, lots of our protection.
Dude, Mark, you're killing me, man.
You were searching for what at 3 a.m.? You were reading what at 9:45 on a Sunday? Please.
He's still talking about the phone shit. And then we go into an ad. Okay.
Legal at checkout. So click or scan now for ZBiotics, or I'll see you in court.
When
I gave him props earlier. I said that he was redeeming himself. He's slowly slipping in the ranks.
Go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Officer Halpern from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying.
Dude, if Ben keeps on talking about this Lego stuff anymore, he just got to wait like 5 years, and then Andrew Callahan is going to find him on the side of the road and start doing the investigation for him. Okay, that's the actual strat about how to get this stuff investigated.
Evidence, and I think that's obstruction.
And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I give this detective credit who took the original phone call from Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben is likely telling the entire story of the entire saga. This detective is probably like, I was thinking this is going to be a very simple type story. And this guy, I mean, we know Ben loves to talk, and this detective is listening to him, apparently attentively at first, and then it goes quiet.
I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I could get some type of update on how the case is going. It's about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer. So I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in person to see.
This is probably this is like my favorite 10 minutes or 15 minutes that Ben has ever fucking produced. He goes back to the police station to ask about his obstruction crime that he reported from when Eamon McNeff was talking to him. It's like absolute fucking kudo. He drives almost like, what is it, like halfway across the fucking country? It's the United States, halfway across the fucking continent to be able to get this update.
How the police investigation against Eamon is going. And I just so
It's like somebody pushed him in a pub, and he tries to report them to the police for like an assault on a police officer.
Happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived to the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive.
So after a while, Reckless Ben calling the detective, and he's going back and forth, and the detective's not getting back to him. And so at some point, Ben shows back up, and he got a copy of the detective's schedule. And then he shows up, and the front desk person, oh, he ain't here. Oh, he's supposed to be here. Let me put you on hold. They know you're here. What do I say? Tell them I might be out sick. Again, that's dramatic recreation for hilariousness, but Reckless Ben could be an amazing stalker. I mean, he really could be just...
What? Ding, ding, ding. Some people would say that Ben has already received his flowers for that. Some people would say that he's already received recognition. What do you mean he could be an amazing stalker? That's an interesting thing to say. That's a very, very interesting to say. Some would say he already is. Some would say that's what he's being fucking charged for, dude.
Next level with the stuff he's doing, but he's not. I'm not saying...
Dude, has this guy not read the fucking case? Is Devin just sitting him down in an office in front of a bunch of a paper with printed books on it and saying, yeah, just like watch this Reckless Ben YouTube video, okay? Don't look into it anymore. Don't look into it anymore.
Saying he is a stalker, but he could be if he wanted to be.
Looks like I was right.
He is!
Right. The police only had time.
This Bill Cosby guy, I've got thinking, I've heard a few rumors about the guy. I think he could be an amazing rapist if he really tried, if he really put his mind to it. What are the world-class rapists, I think?
Time to take on one of our cases, and it was Ammon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage.
The more time that I go on, and the more that I think about it, I don't think that Reckless Ben misspelled evidence as like a hilarious pun.
The case that had...
I think that he just doesn't know how to spell the fucking words.
An overwhelming amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage. And they took on the case that has zero evidence at all.
It's cringeworthy if I was representing Ben, because this would make me having limited anxiety. I would probably be losing my mind, wouldn't be able to sleep. But I can smile because he's not my client. Could you imagine walking into the mediation? Hey, let's get this civil case settled. We don't want to waste everyone's time in court. You made some good points. You made some good points. And the CEO of Bricks and Minifig, no, you made a freaking animation of me making out with a police officer in Lego form. I think that's going to be a killer at the mediation. I think it's going to be hard to get over. No, Judge, I want him in jail. I don't care if this is a misdemeanor. He made a freaking Lego of me kissing a police officer. And while
I don't think that's going to be the most pressing point in the mediation, is it? Let's be fucking honest. This guy in Utah is being charged with stalking a guy because he was following around to his fucking home where he lives with his kids. I don't think that an animation of him kissing a police officer is going to be the most pressing issue, is it?
Can't be certain tongue was involved or implied, it kind of would not be outrageous to imagine there was tongue exchange in these kissing Legos, because it's passionate. It's gratuitous. Listen, I mean, this is funny, but this is stuff that would make me cringe. I would probably fire Ben if he was my client. Well, Mark, what if he's paying you lots of money? There's almost no amount of money. Almost. I didn't say there's no amount. There's almost no amount of money worth the type of anxiety. I don't know what he paid his lawyers, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough. I guarantee you those lawyers are like, we should have charged 5 times what we charged them.
At the end of the day, we do want to help you guys, having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit.
This does appear to be sketchy, and you have a situation where...
Come on, legal Andy, don't give me this.
A police officer talking to the Bricks and Minifig CEO is saying, hey, listen, we don't have the elements for extortion, but we want to help you guys. I think there might be another crime we could charge Reckless Ben with, and that's this aggravated commercial obstruction. Let's try to make that work. That's a little bit scary. That's a felony with a 15-year cap. That's serious business. And it sounds unsavory because we're watching the sausages get made. Listen,
Is it really unsavory? Okay? It just what world do you want to fucking live in? This is what it comes down to. Or what do you think? How do you think the world works? Do you think that people call up the police and describe the exact statute under which they want, their alleged perpetrator of a crime, the person they're calling to complain about? They want to know the exact statute under which they want to be charged, or Do they complain about behavior that they don't like, that they think might be potentially criminal, and the police and the prosecutor's office decide the crime they want to charge with? Right? Like in New York, for example, if you're, I don't know, like alleging that somebody has raped you, do you want the police to go through and say, no, actually, don't think that rape fits? And they hold back that they know that sexual abuse would better fit your fucking case. Like, what world do you want to fucking live in, man?
Your appetite for sausages goes down considerably when you watch how sausages are made. And the reality, this happens all the time. People call, Mark, they beat me up. I want to charge them with assault. And we don't have assault in Indiana. We have intimidation. We have battery. People don't know the crimes. People don't know the legal vernacular. They aren't lawyers. So they say things, and then people that have the training have to try to fit those facts into. That's not how the normal average American imagines police departments working. We're going to find a crime. But that's how things are.
Oh my god, I fucking love this guy now. I'm back on. I'm fucking soaring with legal, man. This guy's reaction this time around has been so much fucking better.
Tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. And to Eamon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
What? That's what you were implying. The hard way and you'd take him to court. That's not what you said you implied in your first fucking video. This guy lies so fucking much. It's insane that he's got the good press that he does. I just assume that most viewers who are watching the videos aren't really paying attention to what he's saying or the narrative that he's trying to create.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
Aggravated commercial obstruction requires three things. You stayed on property after you've been asked to leave. Number two, you meant to disrupt the business. And number three, you meant to do something worse, whether it's commit a felony, steal something, but there has to be something worse than just, being present. All three of those elements, if you will, have to be present. The problem with aggravated commercial obstruction in this case is, yeah, CEO of Bricks and Minifig did tell them to leave, but then he engaged them in conversation. Well, show me the stuff. Hey, let's talk some more. And so there's this, it's not like he said leave. And he was silent. Leave right now, and points like Sophie Cunningham. He said leave unless you give me some more information. Well, what have you done? He's engaging in conversation. So this is not a correct charge. It's just not. It's not going to fly in court. Ultimately, when he does say,
that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Wait, really? Okay, I'm just like thinking this through. If you remain on premises, unwanted, even after you've been asked to leave, it really matters if you engage in conversation. Because I'm imagining like an ex-boyfriend who comes around to his ex-girlfriend's house, knocks on the fucking door, barges in, let's say, and she says, hey, you don't live here anymore, or, your name's on the lease, but you're not a resident here. You've got to leave. It's like, fuck you, I'm not leaving. You need to leave. You need to fucking go. I want you to leave. I'm going to call the police if you don't fucking leave. Yeah, but you did this, and you cheated, and you were speaking to Samuel, and then she engages in conversation. Does she not get to, like, call the police and charge him later with fucking trespassing? Really? I'm literally asking the question. I'm not asking incredulously, because I actually don't know how this shit works,
I want you guys to leave. They do leave. They do literally leave when the conversation's over. He's the one engaging the conversation. So please do not watch this video and say, well, Mark said if the conversation's not over, I don't have to leave. And I didn't say my piece. That's not how this works. When you are at a store, you're at a restaurant, somebody's house, you have an implied social license to be there. But that implied social license is over once the person that controls that property tells you to leave. That's the law. The simplest form is trespass. But that wouldn't count either because, again, Ben left when the owner did tell him to leave.
And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later.
So the owner says he'd been asked to leave. Then he ends the conversation. He walks back inside. Clear. There's no more follow-up on the Bricks and Minifigs CEO part because he literally turns his back and walks away.
Guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you know, like you have to listen to us.
And now we have the audio of CEO Bricks and Minifig after this encounter.
It depends. Domestic violence usually has extra protections. Yeah, but I'm not even talking about domestic violence, right? I'm talking about like an argument or like trespass, ordinary trespass that happens
With the police.
You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges. It is a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this, they're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck?
Now this right here, you can just hear the...
Motherfucker doesn't even know what a criminal crime is. Motherfucker thinks that somebody lying to him in a private capacity is an obstruction crime. I just so fucking... I just can't help but laugh when Ben is saying what should and shouldn't be legally.
The Bricks and Minifig CEO, I asked him multiple times to leave. He did ask him multiple times to leave. Now, he doesn't tell the police I engage him in further conversation, but that's why we do protect lots of calls between alleged victims and police, because we don't expect the victims to get things right 100% of the time to police. It's not realistic to do that. Now, I'm not saying that he's an evil man or anything like that, but he's telling his version as perhaps he understood it to the police. He did ask 3 times. That's why, you know, just talking to the police generally is not a crime, as long as you're not making stuff up.
This Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon.
This image at like 30:06 with the CEO of Bricks and Minifig with this mustache. It's just like, it's haunting me.
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is...
This guy is just so fucking unserious. I love him. I can't help but fucking love him, man. He's got like a certain charm to him you can't deny.
Literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
That's what you're doing. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
I love this exchange. The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, you're extorting me by pointing out the illegal things that I've done. And then Reckless Ben jumps around, so it's illegal for me to point out that you've done illegal things?
Shut the fuck up, dude. It's just not what's fucking happening, is it? Let's just be fucking honest. Ben is saying you can do this the easy way or the hard way. He's not talking about lawsuits at that point. He's not talking about lawsuits. He's talking about what happens in the rest of the fucking video. Obviously. Oh, it's genius, actually. It's genius.
Ben is pretty quick on his feet. He could make a good trial lawyer. Sometimes Ben needs to listen more and speak a little bit less, but I was genuinely impressed with how fast he came up with that. Part of me smiled. Hey, he'd be good in court.
You know, people whose goal is to do those types of things, they just harass and go after people as long and hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that, you know, then they can, you know, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person.
And the Bricks and Minifig CEO, he knows he's not coming across like a normal, sane, rational human being in these videos Ben's releasing. Again, he's talking, he's making more problems.
It was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. You think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google.
The subpoena...
Please, Jorge, I beg you. Dear God, please point out that it's the police department or not Eamon McNabb.
This stuff is kind of crazy. It's important to understand, Reckless Ben is not a lawyer, and it doesn't appear that at this time he has a lawyer helping him explain things. But if you look at the letter Reckless Ben shows you...
Shut the fuck up. Don't give him that grace. He's a 30-year-old man, and he's got the fucking thing in front of him. He can see that it's from the police department. Don't give him that. He's lying.
With Google's letterhead says detective with the Provo Police Department. It does not say Bricks and Minifig CEO.
Shut the fuck up.
So I think what happened is there's some timing that basically the Provo case asked for.
Come on, this guy's struggling to get his words out right now. He knows that he's stretching. He knows that he's stretching. Just so he doesn't have to say that Ben is making shit up for the purposes of his videos. For the purpose of starting a fucking narrative.
For Reckless Ben's information from Google. At the same time, he's talking with this Bricks and Minifig CEO. And I think it's possible that Ben got those confused. Well, he must have done that. But number one, a civil person can't go to Google and be like, give me everything you have. There's laws against that. And even law enforcement has to get a search warrant. There's all sorts of things that have to go into play with this. And the search warrant have to sign by a judge. You just don't walk up to Google and give me everything you got. Case came out a couple weeks ago. Himani reinforced all this privacy with our cell phone and Google and whatnot. It's just, there's some sort of disconnect between what actually happened and what Ben thinks happened, probably because so many moving parts are going on at the same time.
Dude, like, this guy has just spent the last 30 seconds, a minute, trying to explain why Reckless Ben made this mistake, instead of just accepting that, no, actually, he's a 30-year-old man, he knows exactly what's going on, and he's just lied, right?
He's under investigation by 2 separate police departments.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. He has a lawyer helping him out with this stuff at this point. Like, this was uploaded, what, 14th? Ben's video didn't come out that much longer before it. Ben knows what's going on. He's got a lawyer to be able to explain this stuff to him.
American Fork Police Department and Provo Police Department. There's the beginnings of the civil lawsuit going on here. Brian Mansell is doing all these things. There's lawsuits going left and right. So I think he's getting confused. People can't tell Google, give me everything you got. That's just not how that works. It's also possible that Google told Reckless Ben, hey, listen, Provo, the police department wants all your stuff. We're going to give it to him unless you file a motion to quash and have a judge truly decided to get all that. Now, quash rhymes with squash, but they're spelled differently. But it's basically, hey, stop this. I have a feeling, a vague suspicion, Reckless Ben is probably not checking his mail like he should. Nah, when he's over there in Mexico hiding out from warrants and whatnot, if that's what he was doing. I suspect he probably missed that piece of mail from Google or the Provo Police Department or American Fork Police Department. I suspect there's a few steps missed because he didn't have a lawyer, which again, terrible idea not to have a lawyer.
Asking for all private information tied to this email address. And Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed to the Lego video so far, all my emails, all my search history, all of the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
I'm really curious to see, like, if this fool even makes any money doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hopefully no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could, like, be talking about, right?
100%. It's very obvious the police officer trying to get him out. And, you know, this, I think, goes against, this whole exchange right here goes against the fact that, you know, people from Utah are looking out people from Utah because this officer clearly wants the Bricks and Minifig people out of her office. You can hear this exchange.
100%. But sometimes, you know, like,
she's almost like shooing them with the folder. Shoo.
It's a sunk cost fallacy. They just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this. I gotta make sure something happens. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys.
Right there, the officer. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. That's their way of saying, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Get out of here. Now, again, just because you can publish a video doesn't mean you should, because everything that Reckless Ben has said, everything that Bricks and Minifigs CEO has said, they can use that in court. They can cross-examine each other on that. And then I'm going to tell you this right now, Reckless Ben, Bricks and Minifig is part of the discovery process. They're going to get your unedited, unredacted videos. God forbid you have selectively edited these things.
Oh, could you imagine? I'm so looking forward for that.
And it's not how you put them online. It's not how millions of your viewers have digested it. It's going to be problematic for you.
Oh, let's go! How many counts of defamation can we get up to? 10, 20, 30, 50? I'm waiting for that shit to rack up, man. I am so fucking waiting for that shit to rack up. It's gonna be like all my Christmases come at once. It's gonna be absolutely fucking amazing. Reckless Ben engaged in gonzo journalism? Reckless Ben misrepresenting stuff when he publishes it online? Now, this guy might give Ben a level of charity to say, hey, look, he's got a lot of investigations going on right now. He's probably very stressed. He probably didn't realize that it didn't say Eamon McNeff on the top of that search warrant. It actually said detective, whatever the fuck. I don't know if the court's going to say the same opinion. This is my 2 cents, okay? Take it with a pinch of salt. I'm not a fucking lawyer, obviously. But I don't know if the court's going to take the same kind of charity with him. Like, does that not amount to reckless indifference to the truth? If you're saying that it's from Eamon McNeff and you're not even checking the letterhead to see where it fucking came from, I think that's going to be counted as defamation. Don't you? I think so.
It's going to be very, very problematic for you. Everybody watching this, remember, 2 sides to every story. I can't imagine Reckless Ben would selectively edit these.
Oh, man, even the law tubers are starting to hedge their fucking bets now. 2 sides to every story, remember? 2 sides to every story. When the first reaction that he gave to this stuff was so one-sided, I almost swore off watching Legal Eagle for the rest of time, dude. My favorite law tuber. My favorite law tuber. And I was thinking of never watching him again.
To make Bricks and Minifig look absolutely as terrible as they do come across. I'm hoping he does more sense than that, but hey, his freaking name is Reckless Ben. So who knows? If you are watching this and you are being sued or you're facing criminal charges, do not do this. Do not make your lawyer's job so hard. Don't do this to him. This case is a misdemeanor. No felonies have been charged. So arguably, you know, the system has worked. These felonies that police officers were talking about, a screening prosecutor sat down and said, this is not a felony. This is not.
Wait, hold on. No fucking way. Really? Ben gave the impression that that had actually been filed in the end. That he was being charged with that. That that's what he was facing. Did Ben not say in this video that he's facing 15 years in prison?
A felony. And it's kind of weird seeing how much effort and time they put into misdemeanor cases, getting subpoenaing Google, going through hours and hours, maybe even hundreds of hours of video. Ben.
Hold on. I need to go back and watch the fucking Reckless Ben stuff. Just the last video, just to check this, okay? Yeah, here we are. Bricks and Minifigs tried to get me arrested.
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. To make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
In all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, you know, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the
Heck, police officers, but they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
I don't know, you know, like however else, you know, like some of that stuff comes through, but you know, like the reality.
Second-degree felony, up to 15 years in jail.
Oh, that's where he's talking about,
jail in Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them, I mean, obviously Bricks and Minifigs just made up everything, but that's not how the court sees it. The court thinks that these are real. And for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side. They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Wait, is he not given the impression that that's what he's being charged with? He's facing a crime that has up to 15 years of jail, the one that he was talking about earlier. And then he's saying that the court isn't listening to his pleas, implying that that's what the court is charging him with, right? And then it turns out that it's just a misdemeanor case the entire time. He never got charged with a felony.
Case is a misdemeanor. No felonies have been charged.
Okay. It's just another instance of Ben fucking lying and making shit up, pulling it out of his fucking ass. At some point on one of these recordings, a police officer mentioned a felony that they were thinking of charging Ben with, and it never came through. But Ben in his video tries to pretend as though he's being charged with 15 years in prison. Or, you know, he could face 15 years in prison. This guy just lies like fucking crazy. It's insane!
So arguably, you know, the system has worked. These felonies that police officers were talking.
Nope, the system has not worked. The police officers are fucking pussies. Ben needs to be sent to the electric chair.
About a screening
for the sake of the YouTube ecosystem, they need to set that. They need to set that in place in the modern age. They need to set crimes against the YouTube ecosystem as a fucking felony, federally.
Prosecutor sat down and said, this is not a felony.
Reckless Ben, Willie Mack Show, alright? All of these fucking people straight to the chair.
This is not a felony. And it's kind of weird seeing how much effort and time they put into misdemeanor cases, getting subpoenaing Google, going through hours.
Andrew Callahan, we'll give him a slap on the wrist, okay? We don't want to send him to the fucking chair. We don't want to send him to Old Sparky. We can give him maybe like 6 months in prison to think over what he's done, all right? I think that Andrew Callahan is fucking reformable, you know? The Channel 5 guy, 100%.
Hours and hours, maybe even hundreds of hours of video. Ben may not be as reckless as some of us believe he is. When the
Legal Eagle is defending Mormon corruption now. All right, Diamond, give it a fucking break. Everybody knows that there are no Mexican Mormons.
judge put the gag order on the prior restraint, Ben took down his stuff and he did obey that. And I want to let you know, the law is clear. Even if a gag order is determined to be not correct or illegal later on, violating that illegal gag order in the meantime can result in contempt of court. People do go to jail for contempt of court. He did the right thing on there until this got lifted. So maybe reckless Ben isn't as reckless as you think. Legal Eagle.
Or maybe he's got a lawyer, like he said several times. That could also be a possibility.
Himself, Scowl Owl have done amazing videos on this topic. I encourage you to watch all of them. I'm learning stuff left and right. I want you to remember, and I want to end this with the fact that, hey, listen, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. Everything I've said, don't think of it as legal advice.
Who the fuck is Scowl Owl? Scowl Owl.
Think of it as advice from...
Is that who he said? Who the fuck is that?
As you think. Legal Eagle himself, Scowl Owl have done amazing...
Oh, right. Okay, they're talking about Devon.
Your lawyer. Everything I've said, don't think of it as legal advice. Think of it as advice from your best friend, Mark Lopez.
Now, all this highlights why it's so important to get a great look.
I really want to, okay? Because this video fucks up, like, some key aspects of the fucking coverage. And he's a lawyer being tasked with doing this. And so you'd expect a fucking higher caliber. But he's so smiley and he's so bubbly, I can't bring myself to actually fucking hate him. It's very fucking depressing. It's very fucking annoying. I can't help but love Mark Lopez, whatever the fuck his name is. Fucking retard. Ben has the mental acuity of a child. He speaks like a fucking child. My parents told me stealing is bad, so I guess they lied because bad guy stole and nothing is happening to him. Ben said this in his first video. I genuinely have no idea how the fuck people don't get bothered by this. I think that most people assume that Ben is playing a character. I think that's what people think. That Ben is playing a character. And so they kind of like, they put up with it for the sake of the content. But no, I agree. I don't think that he is. I think this guy was dropped in his fucking head as a child. And then dropped into like a fucking into a vat of acid. Like a Batman villain. You know? It's got to be... no, that's really him. Yeah. It is really him. Oh, man. Okay. There we are. There we are. There we are. There we go. All right. We got a couple of extra bits to be able to put us over here. Fuck. I was going to go for the Skitty Bitty stuff, because I do think that Harmful Opinions does really good stuff, and I'm a little bit late to it. However...
You got dicked. Okay,
I need a little bit of a
getting too
pick-me-up
big for your
after the Reckless Ben stuff.
Ben is from Ohio and that explains everything.
Really? Damn, I didn't realize. Possibly the biggest criticism you could give of Reckless Ben. Alright, thank you for the 2. Lizzie, I appreciate it. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna go for. I covered this. Was this about a fucking week ago? Hassan joking that he was gonna sick the Singaporean authorities on more Pegasus. He was gonna get him sent to jail, and not only sent to jail for cyber stalking, he was also gonna get him met with 50 lashes. I started calling him more paddles. That's how long ago it was, okay? That's all I can fucking remember what happened. Apparently, this feud is still ongoing. That was funny. It is funny. It's still happening. So more Pegasus, as of yesterday, has put out a video saying that, complaining that Hassan is trying to get him executed in Singapore. And not only has this reached to more Pegasus, not only is more Pegasus feverishly waiting up, staying up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It is fucking, it is DaVinci Resolve terminal, trying to churn out videos to keep himself from going to Singaporean prison, to keep his keep his buttocks from getting too fucking red, alright? Not only is he making videos, it's also spread to the rest of the fucking drama slop sphere, because Sensitive Society has also hopped on the trend and it's making videos about it as well. The more Pegasus allegations are diabolical. First of all, though, okay, let's go back. Let's do a little bit of a recap and have a little bit of a summary of More Pegasus's most recent video, where he complains about the prospect of getting paddled.
He randomly starts saying he's a billionaire, trillionaire investor, and he's keeping his valuable import-export business from Singapore because of me. And his entire chat spams this one meme for an hour straight. He keeps saying that I need to be caned and brutally beaten up because that's the only way he'd bring his business there. You mean your business of supporting a bunch of terrorists? And so then he starts...
Dude, does it fucking hit? It doesn't fucking hit. Somebody sent me a clip of Hassan on stream talking about this stuff, and I was so confused. I was like, I took my eye off this drama for a week, and now Hassan is trying to psyop the Singaporean authorities on stream by saying that he's an import-export magnate who does billions of dollars of business in Singapore, and he's gonna boycott the nation state of Singapore if More Pegasus isn't caned.
Saying that I need to be caned, right? And they call me like More Caning in his chat instead of More Pegasus. And basically he wants me brutally beaten up for making YouTube videos on him. Totally sane audience, by the way. Totally normal people we're actually dealing with here. And he'll all...
Dude, if there's one thing that some caning is going to give you, I think hopefully eventually it's going to give you a thicker skin. You know what I mean? Because this is the most bitch-made shit possible. It's obviously a fucking joke. I don't know if you... Believe it or not, Hassan is not actually a fucking an import-export magnate, okay? He's not got billions of dollars in international trade. I don't know if people realize this about the Hassan law, okay? But that might be a joke, possibly. Maybe, possibly. It's literally, by this point, it's been 2 weeks since this meme originally started. And has More Pegasus seen a single fucking paddle? I don't think he has he? Does this guy get Uber Eats knocking on his fucking door trying to deliver his food? He answers the door covering his fucking ass because he's worried about getting the fucking paddles. How far has it gone, man?
Hide behind, well, I'm actually joking, as he's actively, like, you know, pulling up laws, pulling up executions, pulling up fucking social media accounts, legitimately getting his fucking fans to spam, like, at these Twitter accounts or whatever.
Known for its ports.
Dude, no joke, this guy unironically does this for the entire stream. He thought this was the funniest joke of all time. He was like, you know, damn, my stream is so dog shit and so boring, and I'm so unentertaining. My viewers are constantly leaving. I need to talk about Pegasus. I need to up those numbers, you know? Let me talk about the ports. Let me talk about Singapore. He's like flailing around, like flopping like a fish out of water. And he's like, oh shit, I need to take somebody else down with me. Desperately trying to claw at anybody, any of his haters, I suppose. Which is like everybody. And I guess I'm just like a prominent one. I guess I'm too entertaining. So he thinks he needs to take me down. And you gotta love his like deranged.
Bear in mind, all that Hassan has done so far is joke about the Singaporean government fucking caning this guy's ass. Oh my fucking god. To be fair, Scully, yeah. He knows it's a joke. He's just being a total fucking F-slur. He is being a total fucking F-slur. It's like, it's actually so fucking gross. It's so fucking pathetic. I don't know how anybody could watch this content.
Chat, dude. Get him caned. We're just joking, guys. We're just joking. Get him caned. Get him executed. Of course, perhaps even more canings. That's my new name now, apparently. And the funniest part about all of this, on the 0.0001% chance that this deranged psycho is even allowed into Singapore, you would be the one more likely to be caned in this scenario, I'd say. Also, I don't think people get executed for making YouTube videos. That's more likely for drugs, you fucking moron.
Wait, hold on. I know for a fact that somebody sent me a link to a Twitch stream where Hassan is reacting to this stuff. Oh, wait, no. I don't think that somebody sent this to me. I think that I saw this link floated about. Okay. Oh my god. We're going to watch a little bit of this. Probably not for too long.
I thought you were watching chibi reviews.
No, he looks just as pedophilic, but I've got no evidence that he is actually a pedophile. But thank you for the 2, Artemis. Okay, here we are. We'll watch this for a little bit. See Hassan's reaction.
Sign over your rights to me. I'll pay for all the lawsuits. And I'll collect all the winnings.
Randomly starts saying he's a billionaire, trillionaire investor, and he's keeping his valuable import-export business from Singapore because of me. And his entire chat spams this one meme for an hour straight. He keeps saying that I need to be caned and brutally beaten up because that's the only way he'd bring
Oh, it's true. It's true. Sir! It's true. It is true. Bro, these dumbasses really be taking you seriously? They should. Because I am as serious as a heart attack. It's not a joke. You know what's not a joke? Feeling concerned about continuing to do business with the beautiful nation state of Singapore, which I admire and love, as you guys all know. We all love and admire.
It's just so fucking
as
stupid.
those who love international shipping routes, as a community dedicated entirely to ensuring that all straits are open, that commerce can flow freely. Suitbert, rise up. Importers, exporters, rise up.
Like, I want to call this gay, and I want to say that he's overdoing the bit. The problem is that you can take it to the fucking nth degree, and more Pegasus will still be crying about it.
I do not want to halt all trade with the beautiful nation state of Singapore, but I feel like I have no other option.
It's so fucking stupid.
his business there. You mean your business of supporting a bunch of terrorists? And so then he
Slender! Once again! Slender! Where are the Singaporean authorities? Do you hear that? An accurate understanding of international law should not be reflected upon like this. This is slander, I tell you. That's 10 extra canings, sir.
He starts saying,
Ethan Klein, Dan Saltman, Nicholas Diorio, you guys have got to get a fucking handle on this more Pegasus guy, man, because he's making you guys look so fucking retarded. He's making the anti-Assad group look so fucking retarded, handing him the biggest fucking W. Joking about being an international trade magnate who's going to boycott the state of Singapore unless more paddles gets more paddles. And then more Pegasus is making more and more fucking videos talking about it. Somebody's got to get a handle on this fucking more Pegasus guy. He's letting down the fucking side.
that I need to be caned, right? And they call me like more caning in his chat instead of more Pegasus. And basically he wants me brutally beaten up for making YouTube videos on him. Totally sane audience, by the way. Totally normal people we're actually dealing with here. And he'll all hide behind, well, I'm actually joking, as he's actively like, you know, pulling up laws, pulling up execution.
Do you feel a little bit concerned, my good sir? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Do you feel a sense of worry? Perhaps you're a little too thin-skinned.
True,
Is he calling
actually
Singapore
true.
insane in a joke? That sounds very anti-Singaporean.
Again, thin-skinned, nothing a few paddles won't fix. But, anyway, like I said, okay? Unfortunately, it's not just more paddles that's caught on this. Okay? It's not just more paddles being a total fucking F-slur about this either. Okay? Sadly, this is a bug that has infected the entire commentary slop genre. In Sensitive Society, our favorite drama slop commentator has fallen for this stuff as well. Well, actually, we'll see. Actually, we'll see. I haven't watched the entire video. You can see from my watch time here that I haven't even clicked on it. I believe somebody sent me a 30-second clip. So we'll see. Completely fucked up the Tectone coverage. You know, couldn't find his way through that somehow. Let's see if he can find his way through the more Pegasus Hassan caning drama.
The more Pegasus allegations are insane. Hassan continues accusing Pegasus of cyberstalking, harassment, and defamation. What does any of this mean? I took a break from uploading. Well, I just came back, but I was gone for like 3 weeks. No social media besides IG. I didn't even open the YouTube app. I just came back a few videos ago, slowly getting back into the groove. And I hate to say this, but I haven't been keeping up with the Legendary series as of late. But seeing the Pegasus allegations on your feed and then going onto Twitter for the first time in weeks, if not months, and seeing Hassan accuses Pegasus, I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? The last thing I remember was Hassan jokingly being like, yeah, I'm going to sue you. I'm serious about it, but I'm not too serious about it. But I'm trolling, but I'm not. It's like, it was all over the place. That's the last thing I remember from the Pegasus Hassan beef. Anyway, subscribe to the channel or else Hassan will literally put a collar on you and shock you whenever you don't do as he says. So, you know, you've been warned.
Bro, why do you keep talking about Pegasus in Singapore? I literally never heard of this guy. Ha ha ha. Can someone explain, please, why Hassan keeps talking? We're joking. It's called memes. Okay, that's what we're doing. But what's not a meme is our love for shipping, commerce, and logistics.
Now, in case you guys are lost, like I am, after doing a little bit of research, I found out this is Hassan's new character, where he pretends he's a businessman, 40-year-old, by the way, where he pretends he's a businessman and he wants to invest in Singapore, but because Pegasus is from Singapore, Hassan doesn't want to do business with them anymore, and then he has
Character? What do you mean? This is Hassan RB, international shipping magnate. What's the character?
His loser fans being like, yeah, you know, I also want to invest, but Pegasus being there is what's stopping me from wanting to open my restaurant in Singapore. It's like, you know, that's a whole meme. In case you guys don't remember, a few videos ago, or a few months ago, Hassan was like, yeah, I want to go to Singapore. I want Pegasus to get beat up, and they could execute you if you talk shit online. He was doing too much. People always say,
he was not doing too much. Let's be fucking real. He was not doing too much. Also, crazy how this guy called himself Sensitive Society, and now he's making videos talking about this. You can't joke about the fact that you're gonna get somebody paddled in Singapore. That's against the rules. You're not allowed to say that online anymore. Shut the fuck up. He's serious about this, guys. He's trying to get more Pegasus paddled.
Pegasus is obsessed with Hassan. He has made...
Also, it's so fucking crazy how far these people fucking go. Like, the idea that he was trying to get him executed as well. Somebody in his chat says, hey, doesn't Singapore have the death penalty? And he says, well, it's a bit far. That's probably a little bit far, isn't it? Like, that was explicitly never part of the fucking joke.
Made a billion Hassan videos. But if you want to say that, I mean, the same thing applies to Hassan. This guy's obsessed with Pegasus and with a lot of other content creators. So, you know, it's not one-sided.
What's not a meme and not a joke is art. Look at the suit. What does the suit tell you? That I'm a business guy. Okay? I'm a numbers guy, and I really like doing numbers, specifically in the beautiful nation state of Singapore. Are you confused about the passion that this community has for doing business in Singapore and its ports?
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I'm surprised you're interested in ports at all, because weren't you supporting the Houthis bombing a bunch of ships and killing it?
I mean, yeah, he made that joke, right? He made that joke. We're a big fan of shipping. We want to keep all the straits open for international commerce. I mean, someone already got that, buddy.
Innocent civilians, because, I don't know, you seem to support terrorism a lot, so maybe you tell the government
That would be piracy.
About that one, huh? I cannot get over this absolute cartoon character villain that I have to deal with. Never in my life would I think that I would have to be internet fighting a fucking man-child 35-year-old, a decade older than me, desperately trying to get me actually beaten up and locked up. The fact that your own fans are begging you, like, please talk about politics, not Pegasus. Like, I'm here for your horrible politics. But Hassan just insists, I love Pegasus. He's my favorite channel. I have to talk about him. I have to go on this 1-hour rant. So then out of nowhere, he tries to follow like a public prosecutor on Twitter. Yeah, dude, this is like beyond deranged behavior.
This public prosecutor...
Wait, really? No! Attorney General's Chambers, Singapore. Government legal advisor, public prosecutor, drafter of laws. Visit our website. Reach out to us for feedback.
Singapore has a Twitter account you could follow, so you can see your very valid fears impacting your business. Government legal advisor, Attorney General's Chamber, Singapore. Government legal advisor, public prosecutor, drafter of laws. Visit our website. Wow, that's good. This is good information. Thank you, chatter. I look. By monitoring recent activity in your coverage of Singapore Strait in the city of Batam, I've been able to lock down several contracts in the region. Thank you, sir. Yeah. And of course, this is a massive community that also love utilizing the ports.
No, I think everyone who's watching this video knows exactly what Hassan is trying to do here. Once again, it goes back to the...
Go on. I'm so fucking excited to think... I'm so excited to learn what sensitive society thinks that Hassan is trying to do here. Let's go.
Half joking, half serious, and hoping one of these things sticks and the government could investigate Pegasus. But I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I want to say that, but I don't think they're going to kill him live on stream on Twitch because he made a few videos on Hassan and his stupid friends. I don't think we're going to see the end of Pegasus anytime soon.
No, we are. Actually. No, we actually are. We're reporting live from Singapore. We will be reporting from outside the detention center where he gets caned. We'll be filming as he comes out, just like the Cole Jobs case. We'll be filming him as he walks out of the detention center, walking a little stiffly, you know, kind of waddling his way down the street to his getaway car, taking him away from the press. He gets in the car. He just has to stand up for a little bit. Oh, that's quite sore, actually. He has to lie down on his side in the back of the bucket limousine, taking him away. No, we will be reporting from the ground.
Trolling, but at the same time, he's trolling with the hopes of something sticking. I don't know, like, just be open about it. Just be like, yo, I want Pegasus to be fucking shot. I want him to get kirked.
This guy is fucking cooked. This guy is fucking cooked. Oh my god, it's totally fucking insane, man. We've got to this point, we think that Hassan is serious about getting this guy paddled.
I want him to, you know what I mean? Just be open about it. Just be like, yeah, you know, that's what I want. That would make me feel good. I do respect someone that has open intent instead of just being like, it'll be kind of funny if you get killed. I mean, I wouldn't support that, but I don't know, it'd be kind of funny. I don't know.
Getting killed? The joke isn't even going that far. I don't know, would that strain taste? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it would. Maybe that would strain taste. If you're talking about this, getting this guy fucking executed. Yeah, okay, maybe. But Hassan isn't even talking about that. He's merely appealing to the Singaporean government to get this guy caned.
Think about it.
Our future business with the nation state. Potentially billions, if not trillions of dollars of assets moving back and forth.
I mean, I guess the commie grift is really paying off. And for the one poor Hassan fan that is not following this, right? Hassan does not actually have any import-export business. He's not.
Caning is a fun night for some of us. Yeah, okay. I think there's a difference between what you might experience on a fun night and corporal punishment. Namely, they might break your fucking skin when they cane you in Singapore. Not totally sure.
He's not actually planning on doing any commerce here.
Yeah, I doubt that the Singaporean authorities are going to be dripping hot wax over more Pegasus before they cane him. Rubbing him with jasmine oils and shit. Not quite sure that that's what they're going to be doing.
This is like his one pathetic attempt at a joke, and he realized that it's more entertaining than his normal stream.
The thing with Hassan and his jokes and his whole satire, it just doesn't hit. It's just not funny.
So he's basically trying to joke while legitimately secretly getting his fans to actually act on false information, which is what you call actual harassment, right? Trying to get your fans to harass these social media accounts, file false reports, whatever the heck that was, Attorney General's Chambers. Dude, if I did something like this, he'd be crying to the heavens.
That's literally what I've been saying. He's like half joking and half hoping it sticks and having his NPC fans going after it. At this point, it's low-key fair game. I think we should do the same to Hassan. Unironically, this is more harassment than Pegasus has ever done. Pegasus just talks about him.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. This is harassment. Joking about getting more Pegasus caned in the Singaporean detention center. Right here, getting hot wax stripped over him in the... That's harassment? Really? Dude, how fucking bitch made are people now? What fucking F-slurs have we got online? That this is harassment. Fuck me, man.
Him and his shitty takes that he sees on Twitter. All right, that's literally it. Have I seen every single upload of the legendary series?
My name is More Pegasus. I'm 24 years old, and I consent to the recording of this. Of this corporate punishment. So, More Pegasus, how was your experience?
No, I've missed some. All right, I gotta be honest. I've missed some. Life is busy. I'm like 85 years old. I don't have a lot of free time anymore. But the ones that I've seen, it's just Pegasus covering whatever dumb shit Hassan says. It's really not that deep. I don't think Pegasus has reported Hassan to the US government. I think he talks about it, but I don't think he's ever directly tried to DM Trump. Be like, yo, Trump, could you hook me up? So this guy, Hassan, he gotta go. I don't think he's doing that.
I don't know if I'm way too fucking tired for this shit, or if I don't know if this is just the pick-me-up I need after the fucking England match. Singaporean law stipulates a run-up of 22 meters before the cane is mercilessly swished. That's not true. There's no fucking way that that's true. We need to watch. Is there a documentary or something about Singaporean caning?
And if he has, based Pegasus. But Hassan and his fans are definitely taking it a step further than Pegasus has. And when you do stuff like this, you're just asking to being harassed back.
If I did something like this, he'd be crying to the heavens. He'd be like, this guy is cyber stalking me, when we're literally just criticizing a public figure, right? A prominent public figure.
Oh my god, no. I think Queeman watched some of this on his fucking stream, right? I think Queeman watched some of this on his stream. Dude, why are you doing that? Why are you stroking him with the fucking cane, dude? What? This guy's enjoying his job a little bit too fucking much. That's a dummy.
Tiga kali sematan. Satu.
Dude, why is he doing the fucking lead up, man? Why is he teasing more paddles? Why is he teasing more paddles? Come on, man. You've got a job to do. Be a professional now.
Tiga kali sematan. Satu.
Dude, that was with finesse as well. Whoa. Shit. Hi. Wait, the school kids. Wait, what? What the fuck is happening here? In the United States, you've got kids going into jails to be able to talk to big buff black guys so they can say, yeah, I'm gonna rape you if you ever commit a fucking crime. Kids watch a fucking active caning on a dummy. What the fuck? You know, me and my viewers think that this is what Luffy would do. Luffy Unsalala would do. For Hassan! For Kaya!
Embroiled in controversy criticizing them as cyber stalking. Like, it's just objectively wrong. And honestly, you guys let me know, is this not completely deranged behavior? Like, the fact that you're going to specific social media accounts and desperately getting your fans
To my understand, things like canings are public punishments. There's no fucking way.
to brigade
surely.
it. I mean, what is wrong with you, dude? Right, so then he starts saying that I need to be caned, right? And they call me, like, more caning in his chat instead of more Pegasus. And basically he wants me brutally beaten up for making YouTube videos on him.
That's just average Hassan behavior. Like, yeah, I don't like this guy. Someone should beat him up. Someone should, attack him. Someone should kirk him. Now, do I think violence is the...
Oh, shut the fuck up. It's insane. Hassan is not calling for random people in the street to take the law into their own hands. He's calling upon the proper authorities to mete out the justice that's required here. Holy fuck. Talking about kirking him.
Average Hassan behavior. Like, yeah, I don't like this guy. Someone should beat him up. Someone should, attack him. Someone should kirk him. Now, do I think...
Somebody should kirk him. How the fuck do we get from this? These people would twist us on so fucking hard. It's insane what F-slurs these people are. Talking about a simple, private, government-administered caning. In private, I just double-checked, okay? And we get all the way to kirking him.
Violence is the answer? No.
Could you fucking imagine that, though? More Pegasus is going to some public event to give a talk about how Hassan bad in Singapore. And then some trans individual runs up to the stage with a fucking cane and starts whipping his fucking ass. I've heard reports that more Pegasus' cheeks are in stable condition. Please God.
Brave and stunning take from me here, but no, I don't think resorting to fucking beating up people is the best way to address or respond to criticism.
What do these people say? If you don't like the way that your government does things, how about you fucking move, huh? That's what people would say if someone was talking about America. If you don't like how things are fucking run, and you're going to prefer to live in some other country where they don't do canings, how about you fucking move there, huh? Or you learn to live where you are, and you learn to respect the fucking rules.
I said this before, if Hassan were to get
redder than a lobster out of a boiling pot,
Kurt, would I be celebrating that? No, I would not. I truly don't believe that violence is the answer. If you don't like someone, criticizes him, make your little tweet, make your little video, and just keep it pushing. The second you start throwing blows and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up and I'm going to molest you next time I see you, it's like, well, yeah, you're clearly fucking insane and you look like this, so.
Augie RFC was 100% fucking right when he described sensitive society. This guy smokes a fucking bowl, opens up his heckin' Doritos and Mountain Dew, and then records a video totally fucking stoned out of his mind. Who is talking about molesting Pegasus the next time that he sees them? Would you consider a slap on the arse molestation? If I said, Tyrone 9000, dude, when I see you out in the streets next, I'm whipping your fucking ass, boy. Watch out. Am I threatening to fucking molest him? I don't think that's what that word means.
And the thing with Hassan and his audience is that I wouldn't be surprised if one out of those thousands of people unironically flies to Singapore and tries to do something to him. It only takes one crazy person out of thousands, out of millions, for a tragedy to happen. So this is where it gets into dangerous territory. It's like if Pegasus was like, yo, if you see Hassan in the street, shoot him, I would be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And I feel the same way when people are alluding to violence when we know what people are capable of.
Basically, he wants me brutally beaten up for making YouTube videos on him. Totally sane audience, by the way. Totally normal people we're actually dealing with here. And he'll all hide behind, well, I'm actually joking, as he's actively, like, pulling up laws, pulling up executions, pulling up fucking social media accounts, legitimately getting his fucking fans to spam, like, at these Twitter accounts or whatever.
Always have to think twice about bringing my businesses to the beautiful nation state of Singapore, which I love and admire. I'm a businessman.
Dude, no joke. This guy unironically does this for the entire stream. He thought this was the funniest joke of all time. He was like, damn, my stream is so dog shit and so boring, and I'm so unentertaining. My viewers are constantly leaving. I need to talk about Pegasus. I need to up those numbers, Let me talk about...
I mean, here's the fucking thing. The joke that Hassan did, joke. But the joke that Hassan did is kind of like, oh, okay. It's kind. Would I say that it's a 7 out of 10? It's an 8 out of 10. It's only funny because of Pegasus's original reaction to all of his stuff and the fact that he's continuing to totally soy out about it and walk around town in public with his hand over his ass to make sure that he doesn't get paddled, that he doesn't get fucking cane paddled. You know. I think somebody should take it upon themselves to just do it one time for him, you know? Just a quick little pow, you know? Just real quick, just one little pow, just to show him that there's nothing to worry about, okay? There's nothing to be feared of.
About the ports, let me talk about Singapore. And I just find it crazy this guy has the audacity to talk shit. Buddy, aren't you getting investigated by the US government for your talks with state-sponsored terrorist orgs? Aren't you supposed to be getting...
What are you talking about? No? What is he even talking about there? I know that there was some kind of investigation into him talking to somebody who had contact with the Cuban government. A state-sponsored terrorism org.
This guy has the audacity to talk shit. Buddy, aren't you getting investigated by the US government for your talks with state-sponsored terrorist orgs? Aren't you supposed...
Huh? I literally have no clue what he's talking about. Legitimately, I've got no clue what he's talking about. There's no way that he's talking about the Houthis, right? Because that's not state-sponsored terrorism. That's just a terrorist group. Right? Is he... I actually don't know what he's talking about. The Cuba bit's it? Yeah, the Cuban government are not state-sponsored terrorists, though. So I actually don't know what he's talking about. Hassan hate has gone this fucking far. It's like a whisper of 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 a whisper. And now Hassan is getting investigated for his conversations with state-sponsored terrorism orgs. I've got no fucking clue what this is even referenced to. I would think that it's a subpoena for the Cuba trip, but I don't know how the fuck that connects to terrorism. Unless everybody that Hassan talks to instantly becomes a communist and a terrorist, possibly.
Supposed to be getting subpoenaed? Like, how about you worry about...
No, they repeat the Zog talking point, and Iran's funding them all. There's no way that people believe that Iran is funding Cuba to do terrorism, though, right?
About your own shit. Weren't you stopped by border security? I just find it insane that Mr. ACAB, Mr.
The Singapore prison cane, known in judicial and penal context as the judicial rattan cane, occupies a singular position in the world of disciplinary implements. Seasoned caning enthusiasts tend to regard it with a mixture of fascination and wariness, but that wariness is entirely well-founded. Thank you, Fogwa.
Hater of police here just suddenly really wants the police to do something about all of his haters, essentially. And you gotta love his, like, deranged chat, dude. Get him caned. We're just joking, guys. We're just joking. Get him caned. Get him executed.
How many times has More Pegasus said to get Hassan locked up? What are we fucking talking about? And now we're crying that people are talking about, you know, More Pegasus seeing the hard end of the judicial system in his country.
Of course, perhaps even more canings. That's my new name now, apparently. Because making YouTube videos and a public figure, operating solely based on the facts, and actually using your own public clips is not actually cyber stalking at all.
No, more canings is kind of dead. More paddles works better.
Not to mention that the punishment for that wouldn't even be that obvious.
Now, do I actually think that Pegasus is a cyber stalker? Do I think Pegasus is a danger to society? Do I think Pegasus is a danger to Hassan or any of the people he's ever criticized? No. Even if you don't like the guy, like, he is not... I don't think he's ever made a threat against anyone. Like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill you if I see you, right? If I see you, it's on sight, little bro, and I will attack you. It's not like he's saying that. Hassan is just taking it too far. It went from silly internet drama, haha, you called me out, I called you out, to now getting the authorities involved or wanting to.
Also, I don't think people...
One phone call. Show me evidence of any contact between Hassan and the Singaporean authorities, and then maybe I'll fucking agree with you. It started off silly, it started off as a joke, and now it's ended with Hassan saying that he's going to pull out all of his international trade with the nation state of Singapore. It's gone too far. It's gone too far.
People get executed for making YouTube videos. That's more likely for drugs, you fucking moron. So after he continues his like constant rant, somebody tells him that, hey dude, it's probably not a good look to do this, to constantly talk about canings and executions while yourself being this, you know, complete lunatic who's advocating murder. So probably not a good idea, right?
I worry, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I worry if they can't follow the law about cyber stalking and harassment and slander, I think to myself, will they follow the law and protect my capital and my assets? I didn't want to say this, but that is a big fear that I have. I'm currently, as it stands, holding back my import-export desires. What? Baby, this is not a great move, Hassan. We literally do not need you to do this. What are you saying?
What are you saying, bro? Are you trying to have dissent in this chat right now? Are you trying to say that I shouldn't be an immature man-child, 35 years old, trying to pick on my critics because I don't like what they're saying? God, please tell me that I am not like...
Insane. Oh my god. How many videos in the Legendary series? We're over 300, aren't we? We're over like, what is it, 380 that he's made at this point? And we're talking about getting picked on. Hassan is picking on him. This guy has got, like, he was bullied in high school, and he's got that mindset, like, permanently in his brain that he always fucking goes back to. He feels like he's being picked on by Hassan. Dude, why publish this shit online? Why say this shit online? Why not cut that out?
Like this at the age of 35.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Dickers, did y'all bring it home?
Holy shit. A decade.
Thank you for the 2. Not gonna read out your name.
Decade older than me, and he hasn't learned common sense. Hasn't learned boundaries.
We don't talk about football on this channel, okay? We're not interested in football. We don't do football commentary. Don't ask me about it. We're moving on.
Hasn't learned not to weaponize his audience like this. You know, bringing up canings and executions. That, like, I'm okay with memeing. Obviously, I make a bunch of jokes. He's allowed to make a bunch of jokes. But I feel like he tries to get intensely personal with it. And imagine if I did this. Imagine if I told, I'm not even going to say it, you know, but imagine if I did the equivalent in America.
So I actually think that Hassan is going to pull up to Singapore and shoot Pegasus in the head and then hump his body. No, I don't think that's actually going to happen. In case it needed to be said out loud, no, I don't think that's the case. But after everything we've seen over the last few months, years, we know how obsessive fans get. We know the political climate, and it only takes one unhinged loser.
There's no fucking way that we're applying this to canings. Dude, we've got to fucking ramp this shit back, man. We've got to ramp this shit back. When you're talking about huge fucking political figures, I don't know, in the UK, Anne Widdecombe recently got murdered, although I must say, there's no reason to believe that it was politically motivated, okay? But Donald Trump with assassination attempts. I'm pretty sure that somebody broke into Nancy Pelosi's husband's house and beat him over the head with a fucking brick and tried to kill him. Okay, when we're talking about mass political figures at that level, maybe we can have some considerations about the language that people are using in politics, right? Probably shouldn't be calling them traitors. Maybe shouldn't be calling them Nazis, fascists. That's the argument there, okay? And now we've taken that and we've dragged it all the way down to we shouldn't be joking about caning YouTubers because who knows in these political climates, some crazy unhinged person might go out and do it. No, they're not. No, actually, no, they're not. Nobody's gonna cane more Pegasus.
To be like, yeah, I gotta worship my Lord and Savior Hassan, and my Lord and Savior Hassan would want me to fly out to Singapore and take care of business, if you will.
I'm just imagining some Iranian guy sitting in a fucking cave right now with this Samsung from 20 years ago saying, Brother Hassan, I know what I must do. He puts on his fucking balaclava, flies out to Singapore. For Mr. Abiy! For Mr. Abiy! Bah, bah, bah. Starts catching his fucking legs. Starts whipping him on the fucking ass.
It only takes one...
Allahu Akbar! Slap, slap, slap. Plop, plop, plop. It's just so fucking stupid. What world do we fucking live in? Gun to this guy's head. What does he think the chances are that somebody's actually going to go out and whip more Pegasus. Or I guess I can't say gun to his head, okay? Because what do I know? These crazy political times. Something might happen to him, you know?
Unhinged individual for shit to get out of control real fast. Hassan has been a lot more extreme. I just don't want this to escalate to a tragic level when it shouldn't.
Right, so it turns out Hassan is just...
Not me running at Pegasus with a rattan cane. Don't joke about that shit, okay? That might happen. You don't know. Think about how that comment is going to age in 3 months' time when somebody actually does go and run at Pegasus with the rattan cane, okay?
Decided to watch a video from a channel with 3K subs. This is one
Yo! Kilo shout out.
of his only people supporting him on YouTube, one of his only commentary supporters, and this is the way he gets people to glaze him. Basically what he does is he reacts to their videos and he artificially boosts their metrics, their comment sections, their views, and
Wait, what happened? Reacting to videos in full can actually help the video? I thought that it totally stole the market, guys. What are we talking about here? I feel like we're starting to become a little bit inconsistent here, aren't we? I thought that Hassan just chair reacted to all of his stuff and stole all the fucking views. Boosting their metrics?
they get spammed with a bunch of positive comments from his fans, and they're incentivized to glaze him even more.
Yeah, you cannot pay me enough to watch a 4-hour video. There's no way this is 4 hours long. Ain't nobody watching this.
I watched it. It's good. Glazing Kilo, alright? Glazing Kilo. More Paddles doesn't even care about supporting smaller creators now. I know. He's been dogging on Sleepy. I will say picking on Sleepy, okay? It is insanely fucking hypocritical, though, that, you know, he's complaining about Hassan cracking these fucking jokes. Saying, oh, that's bad. You know, that's bad. He's picking on his critics. He's picking on his critics that are smaller than him, dude. This is unfair. Meanwhile, you're trying to fucking, I don't know, subscriber mod Kilo or Sleepy. Yeah, they're small channels. They produce 10 times better content than you ever will. It's just like a weird fucking hypocrisy point. You know what I mean? Sensitive society, the type of motherfucker, probably couldn't sit through a 3-hour movie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The video is fucking long. Okay? The video is long. Hence why I said that I wouldn't react to all of it. And in the end, I don't think I even fucking did, right? But it's chaptered. It's chaptered and stuff, and it's pretty fucking comprehensive. But, you know, there you go. Oh, my fucking God. That's so good, man. That's so good. I need to make that a regular fucking staple going forward. Keep it on an update about more Pegasus's ass. You know, checking in, seeing if it's red as a lobster yet. We'll have to see. More to come. Let's keep an eye on this space. Alright. Nice. Is there anything else there? I don't think there's anything else there. Okay. Nice. There we go. I appreciate everybody who turned up. Listen. The streams are a little bit more sparse recently, okay? The streams are a little bit shorter as well, but I hugely appreciate everyone who turns up, okay? I enjoy it nonetheless. I want to thank not just everyone who's turned up, but especially everybody who has liked the stream as well. Speaking of movies, you better have seen Obsession by now, dickers. I haven't fucking seen it. I do need to, though. Apparently there's big rape discourse that I want to, you know, get into with Obsession. So that should be interesting. But, yeah. No, I have not, but I probably should, okay? All right. More than that, though, I want to thank everybody who has donated to the stream as well. Oh, my God. I know that there are people over on Kick. Huge apologies if I don't get everyone, okay? But I want to thank Will Is Me, Artemis, Lizzie, Kit Katza, and Guna. Thank you very much. I hugely appreciate it. I've had a good stream today. You know, we talked about some of my favorite topics. Otterly Noah, Reckless Ben, more Pegasus. It's been good. Oh, and D-Bon over on Kick as well. Sent some kicks earlier. Hugely appreciate that. All right. Nice. Expecting Dickers to be on top of things? I am on top of things. What do you fucking mean? What the fuck do you mean? All right. Nice. Listen, I do want to say early on, so people are aware, I believe sometime next week, I am going to be taking an entire week off, okay? It's a planned week off. It is a planned week off, so it's not me quite quitting, all right? But there we are.
2-1.
See you guys later, okay? Have lots of fun. I'll see you soon. Fuck you. Not even going to say your name. Not even going to dignify you by saying your name, okay? Going to send you guys over to Himpleton. Lots of love. See you soon. Have a good one. Bye.